Do I?
All right, welcome to the session. We're on episode 47, three off of 50 episodes in the series. Tonight, handling the recap will be Lewis.
Yep. Last time on Shadows of the Past, we made it to the surface after speaking with those that lived after meeting with the two awakened original sins. We met up with Mother Nature and Dondo, informing of the situation, since it seemed Tyrantrum had been released from Lewis's body. Using the ring and the portal that we set up prior, we'd managed to make it to the plaza back in the City of Tears to find a torn apart battlefield, one in which Tyrantrum stood over various corpses. Of the few that remained, Uth, Aurea, Pascal, his wyvern, and a single one of the awakened knights were all that remained in the engagement. And with little time left to lose, we made our move. Sora summoned her clothes to help in the assault. Phoenix took advantage of her new flight abilities. Aurea tried to purify him. Emrat pelted him with arrows. Judith continuing to mend our wounds while we fought. And I did whatever I could with Sunblight, but Tyrantrum proved to be quite the foe, even in his weakened state. He'd launch into the skies, launching wind down that'd knock us down. Blew a breath that was capable of killing any of us in a single strike, and slashed with strength that I had honestly forgotten about over the course of the last 20 years. Strength that made me remember that I'm not as strong as I once was. Hell, I'd probably be dead right now if it wasn't for Judith. Anyways. The few of the survivors within the area were about to be crushed by some of the broken terrain, but thankfully Uth managed to help save them. With us battered and bruised from the fight, Tyrandrum decided that I wasn't exactly the most suitable to be his host, and thus set his eyes on somebody else. Someone that had posed to be one of the first threats to him in the past 20 years. Aurea. But it seemed her soul was a little bit too pure, and she was able to repel the attempt. Sora made use of the distraction, unleashing the full strength of her artistic armament, releasing a burst of painted lightning that pierced through his body and engulfed him in paint, converting him from the terrible dragon that we all knew to nothing more than a painting. And with that, he was defeated just as quickly as he had arrived. Thankfully, part of Sora's containment ability allowed us to ask questions of him, with one in particular coming to mind. Why did he go on this rampage in the first place? And it seemed like his response was that Icarus was defeated by the Hollow King and granted him freedom before becoming dormant. But still, there's so many questions left. Shortly after we'd asked our questions, Morgan showed up to remind us of, well, more politics like usual. Judas spoke with him, most likely affirming that we had a decent case to put up, but that's something to deal with for another time. We each went our own ways for a little while. Sora heading to the goat shack, going on her own shitty adventure, let's say it, let's call it. Judith decided to go on her own researches, diving into the ancient tombs that we'd found in the archive, and speaking with the prince that seemed to dwell within it. Something about a hero behind the heart of a waterfall. And out of character, we know that she also sent a message to Palm. The message: you've poured a lot of effort into this life. There's nothing we could ever do to repay you. It's okay to take your rest. Which yielded no response. Phoenix went about her own ways, helping out the animated knights, while the rest of us tried to help. whoever was left living. Me and Amrit headed down to the treasury to bring Godbrand to finally rest after that immense fight with Tyrandrum. We spoke for a time about how we felt about our respective curses being lifted. In particular, about the feeling of emptiness that came with it. Also, it seemed a bit odd that he asked if I might miss mine, but it is what it is. We went up to the surface and met up with Judith, informing us of this story. And she also revealed a similar notion of missing whatever this feeling was. It is slightly concerning that Amrit was as happy as he was about it, but he seemed the happiest he's been in a while. I'm honestly not sure if I should be concerned or not. But shortly after our little speech, we'd encountered Sora covered in an unsavory scent, and we directed her to the bath along with Uth. Out of character, Sora and Phoenix would meet up at the Yaku home that night. Sitting atop the rooftop, Sora offered a paper lantern to Phoenix, a way in order to honor those that had passed. They each wrote down a single name. Sora the name Vata, and Phoenix the name Monty, though briefly pausing, almost as if to write down another word. But that is something that only Phoenix would know. Everybody went about their own paths for the night, and I decided to spend the rest of the day helping out the people that were affected after this whole incident. Trying to do whatever I can to make things right. But there's not much you can do about a lost life. And I did whatever I could in order to try to gain their trust. To simply be among them. I'm no king, and I don't expect myself to ever become one. I'm nothing more than another man, and I don't expect to live anything more than that type of life. If I have to live on the cold dirt in order to show that, then so be it. But I keep getting the feeling that I'm not as strong as I need to be. Tyrandrum was already a lot weaker than he used to be in the past. And he still managed to take me down in barely even a breath. I need to get stronger. For everyone. In the morning when he awakens, he would stop by Aria and ask a slight request of her, knowing it would be a little bit of a extra piece of work to put on her table after the whole incident. Requesting if it would be possible to put an order in over at Icarus for a set of plate armor. It doesn't matter the condition of it, be it completely beaten or freshly made. Whatever was serviceable. But he needed a way in order to help protect people, and perhaps better equipment would help him do that. Then, after that little affair, he heads over to Minerva's room to check in on her. Simply affirmed that he still had her in mind this entire time. And knowing that we would head over to Sora's place, ask if she wanted to come along.
Ready. 1d2 plus 1. You have to
Got it.
And Minerva's on Mother.
Oh, she's on Mother. Okay, that's on me.
Yeah, her and
Never
her,
mind.
her and Polly. Only physician is here.
Okay, that's on me.
That's
And then
enough.
instead of heading over there.
I bet you still would have checked out of habit.
Yeah, you would have walked in.
Probably.
Oh.
Out of habit, and then remembered. Oh wait.
Yeah, you're
head over
good.
to the queue.
I didn't want to cut you off, so I had to let the man finish.
Dementia Lewis.
Dementia Lewis.
A lot of
Okay.
shit's been going on, alright?
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. All right. You guys are all in the City of Tears, preparing to search for a waterfall with your party in tow. I can't remember if Phoenix said that Aria would go with you guys or she was going to manage the city.
I think she was going to manage the city.
I think so as well, yeah.
She wants to
believe so.
go, but she has to focus on things.
Okay, good.
Sounds like
as-
she just didn't want to play two characters at once. That's all.
No. So, as you guys all gather up together and get ready to search the dozens, maybe even hundreds of waterfalls that circle around the entire city. Which, if you don't know, city runs down here a little bit, and you can even see a property section over here. And there's buildings down there too on the map if we look and focus at the little peaks. So the property is pretty big and very beautiful. Any, I suppose since Judith put us into motion here, any feedback or anything else you want the party to know before we sit out? If not, what is the general RP situation of goings?
Yeah, as we're saying, this is like, I guess, picked up like right when it was like, hey, we have this thing, and we get to Soars. But you know, there's something I want to say before we're trying to do something like this. The last time one of us had an entity speak to us that we didn't know too much about, led us underground. A massive event happened. Obviously, we're talking about Phoenix with you, and a lot of people died. The difference is now this time is we can all make this decision together if this is what we really want to do. If this is even worth our time. She kind of looks to Lewis. The prince, who I hope is an actual prince, you know, who really knows, but the person in the book, I asked him to give me the whole story to see maybe there might be something we're missing. So if I can read it to you so you can have an understanding. It was,
Sounds like a plan.
She opens up the book and says, "In the heart of the weeping city, where justice struggles to prevail amidst its heavy toll, an enthralling tale unfurls, enveloping a hero hidden from prying eyes. Behind the iridescent curtain of a mythical waterfall stands a formidable sentinel, a resolute lady guarding an ethereal sanctuary. A sanctuary where an enigmatic feature seeks solace and draws strength. The annals of folklore abound with tales of the sacred haven, a secret refuge constructed to shield against every peril. Within its walls, the hero diligently refines their skills, tapping into the ancient wisdom bestowed by elders from bygone eras. Amidst the murmuring foliage and cascading waters, a poignant yearning emanates, carrying the essence of youthful hope, a hope that can transform darkness into illumination and deliver justice through the resplendent flames of nobilities." That's what the boy wrote. And let me just tell you, kids back in the day must have had a much better vocabulary than kids these days. I'll put it in the chat.
Interesting. Sentinel, huh?
Yeah. The part I thought
That's-
was interesting was the secret refuge.
Yeah, there was mention of a waterfall.
Yeah, it's the heart of the weeping city, which I believe is this because I have to pull up my notes, but the city before Icarus, or Jesus, hold on, let me just pull up my notes because it'll make it even easier.
Yeah, the town of Yarnum.
Town of Yarn?
Bloodborne
No.
reference.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Average.
Uh,
I was like, wait, hold on. Check my notes.
Oh,
Wait a
Sunsdale.
goddamn minute.
Like we believe that this is Sunsdale, right?
Sunsdale is, I believe, Icarus's original name, and the City of Tears is a separate area completely, right?
I can't
Yeah, it
remember.
used to be a refuge for nobilities of the Sundale's house, lords and ladies in the kingdom south before Icarus took it over as a safe haven.
Which is what this is that we're on.
Yeah, he used it as a safe haven to protect against the vaster, larger armies on this one bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
I have two ideas then. If we are going to go looking for said waterfall, maybe there's a bit of playfulness in this riddle. There doesn't have to be large fountains or bodies of water in the city itself, is there?
Hmm.
Because it could
We've
be
kind
in the heart of the Weeping City.
Maybe. We've been in the city for quite a while now, so do we know of like any major like water like attractions? Like a really big fountain or well or something like that around here?
There's a lot of water throughout the city. The natural springs makes it a good location to drink fresh water. And then obviously it's surrounded by waterfalls of varying sizes, and some of them are more immaculate than others and more pretty. But yes, there is something I feel like your kids would think of in that regard, or at least Lewis would. And most recently, where you fought Tyrandrum, there's that massive pool that's in the center of the city.
Ah, I see. I mean, it'd be worth a shot to check it out at least. Not much else we can think of.
To see if there are
And
any.
if not... Go ahead.
Sorry. Just to see if there are any secret entrances that lead beneath the fountain or something.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt. Especially considering that there are quite a few secret passages around already.
And if that fails, we go and start from the largest waterfall and go down to the smallest that we can find.
Yeah. Amra, put your flippers away.
Yeah. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it.
Let's see here. Kind of just like looking into the water right now. Does it seem particularly deep?
You see random copper and silver and stuff in it. You can see the bottom of the well.
Okay, so like a standard fountain.
Yeah. Maybe like what? 2 feet, 1 feet. Pretty clear.
Okay. Well, it is a particular figure, I guess.
What do you think he's holding up there, Lewis?
She.
She.
Not sure. Some sort of sculpture, maybe?
Are we looking for a resolute lady?
It's the guard. It's the sentinel. I'll pull out the wand of secrets and release a charge. It says,
Oh!
Got you.
I forgot you had that.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
were you thinking about?
You see that there's it pings like a circle in front of the statue. Kind of like a trap door or something. And your DM's thinking maybe that poem was too easy.
Judith will kind of toss the wand and look up in the air, then and grab it, and okay, there might be something there. Great job, Lewis. Dora.
Honestly, I
Oh,
took it
credit
as
goes to
literally
Sora.
as I could. I did just believe it from the get-go. In the heart of the Weeping City. This seems to be the heart. We have a formidable-looking lady. And now we have a secret door, thanks to Judith.
Oh shit, this is the lady.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's a bit slow this morning.
Good job. Well, let's see if I could feel anything down there. If not, we might need to look for some sort of switch or something. and he just like reaches down into the water, trying to feel like for some sort of seam or anything like that he might be able to grip onto.
It's literally nothing. When you touch the floor, it feels like a floor. It reveals
so
that there's
it's
definitely a secret trap there, but how to open it, that's left to be discerned.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a seamless one.
Also, water might
Well-
drain from it. You do see that the fountain's not self-restoring either.
Right. Well, let's try to look around, see if there's some sort of switch, maybe.
Okay.
Investigation rolls.
Oh.
Yep.
Anyone can make an investigation roll. Due to the fact that you get to take the X amount of time, you don't have to be proficient. So if you feel like doing that, you can.
Got it.
I am
Bop.
proficient.
Not bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Someone threw in a button. That's cheating.
Well, I have their shoelaces. Who's putting their shoes in?
Oh, and that's goat poop. Those bastards.
Is there any change in there?
A little bit here and there. Mostly coppers.
Hey, Lewis, you notice that when inspecting the statue versus the floor, everyone else is kind of touching the floor, trying to get it open. When inspecting the statue, the thing that's in its hand is the easiest example I can give you is like a Rubik's cube, but obviously it's not a cube. It's some type of spiral little spear-shaped thing. And you start messing with it a little bit, and you realize that you can change the middle section, the top, kind of rotate it left and right. And you do it for a little while, and give me one more investigation at advantage. See if you can guess the pattern, or if you need to figure out what it is.
Oh, interesting. Usually these things aren't functional. Okay, so maybe if I make a turn here, make a slight twist here.
Are you satisfied with the result before I give you an answer, or no?
I'm gonna go ahead and add an additional 3 with whatchamacall, Master's Guidance.
Good. 20 is what I needed. So you
Good.
rotate the bottom and the top and then the center, and you realize that there is a trap. Quite dangerous, but most people wouldn't discover this. So it's meant to, well, reference the palm. It's some type of sanctuary, apparently. But you're able to manipulate the spear in a way that you disable the trap and successfully open up the floor hole. When the hole opens up, you can see none of the water spills in it. Just kind of has like an air pocket.
Lois does like the final twist on the thing, and as he feels like a slight latching motion, almost like there's like a piece of metal that's like bending and just getting ready to be released, he twists it in the opposite direction, which is exactly what's needed to release it. Man, am I happy that animated soldier showed me how to open up the treasury. That could have been real bad. Right, think I got it. Well,
Okay,
looks like
great
it's
job,
definitely
great
an
job.
entrance. Alright,
Is
let
there
me grab my boots.
is there water? Is there water like inside the hole?
No, it's just like a pocket of air and then like an escape hatch or something. There is a ladder that goes down.
Well, we've come this far.
Yeah.
How's he going?
Ladies first.
Geronimo!
Okay,
There, watch your toes. There's
Oh,
no
I
water
was-
down there.
I'll go second.
I'm not gonna use the ladder.
Lewis will take
Oh.
the third.
Did we see the bottom of that?
Cannonball. Oh.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely using the ladder. I just want to go and say that.
Well, I guess you can
Yep,
feather
yep.
fall, but
Well, we'll see. It could be pretty high. This is a gamble.
Go ahead and give me your reduced flight thing. I forget what it's called.
Might do 2d6 less, and then I could do slow fall.
Slow fall, yeah. Oh yeah, you got slow fall and that. You might be alright.
Doesn't Phoenix also have a infinite featherfall cast?
That's true.
On herself, I think.
Yeah, she can feather fall each other. Whether she's surprised or not is important.
Good point.
He just no, he didn't.
45
He just instantly just jumped down there. Yeah, well, for 45 reduction, you're fine. Well, let me double check.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine.
What town is that?
That was 100 feet down.
It's a 100-foot tunnel, yeah.
Fine.
Holy shit.
Echo, echo, echo.
The rest of
Just
you.
looks at Rat.
Go ahead.
She realizes that thing is like 3 feet deep, right? The water.
I'm taking the actual fucking ladder.
Yep.
Yeah, good call.
Me too. Come on, Jenkins. Wait a second. I
Oh,
don't have
like-
to. She jumps down.
Oh, please no.
Fucking hell.
She can fly.
Yeah, she falls about halfway and then she goes into a flight and spins to the bottom next to Sora, touching down gently.
It's gonna take some getting used to.
You jumping next or what?
Yay!
Oh,
no.
Wait, does he have anything to...
No.
Feather fall.
Okay.
Right before he's about to crash into the ground and break.
Yeah, like the sound of like a car hitting a wall. Like...
Yeah, you kids are gonna give me a heart attack one of these days. And he just slowly makes his way down.
All right, as you all get to the bottom, you find yourselves in like a massive cave system that looks like it was just hollowed out. It's even though it still looks, some of it looks natural to an extent, you can tell that this place was forged and created and molded. You're on a spiraling stone staircase that wraps around like you would expect from a drill head or a nail for about another 60 feet before you come to a divider with 3 different directions. None of them seem to have any particular difference in their appearance. There's just one that goes further down, one that goes up, and one that goes straight.
Fork in the road, huh?
Well, this is always fun.
All right.
Referencing maybe the poem up again? Let's see. Sanctuary. And also talking about this. There's nothing in here for a path, so I believe it is now up to us to discover on our own.
Looks like it.
She'll walk up looking at the 3 paths, and she'll look and grab the artistic ornament and place it on the ground. You know what? Zabi, point the way. And she'll kick the staff and roll 1, 2, 3. Zabi says down.
Zabi, you mean your staff?
Well, I figured he knows what I'm doing since this is his thing. And she will pick it up and put it back on her back. And freedom is, random at times. So I have let freedom choose down. But it is up to everyone else if they want to follow this way of adventure.
Better chance. About as good a chance as any of the others, as far as where we're at now.
So you're gonna go down?
Looks like down.
What could go wrong?
Judith moves into 3rd position.
Shit.
Gonna take second.
And Amber's in the back since Sora's leading. Okay. Phoenix somewhere in the mix in the middle. So you guys take the down path. And as you guys do take the down path, you walk for about 10 minutes and it doesn't seem to end. How long do you want to continue going downward before you turn back?
Sora's curious after 10 minutes, just looking back and still seeing not a whole lot of progress, and she's going to look around to Lewis. I wonder if this is maybe enchanted like the many other dells we've had. Maybe if I run fast enough, I can run into the back of all of you.
It is starting to concern me. Phoenix,
Well-
Judith, you got any way to potentially see if there's magic around here?
No.
She
I don't have
Detect magic anymore.
does not have it prepared.
anyways.
Got it.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, I'm going to run very fast and see what happens. And she's
Yeah.
going to crouch down and then begin dashing down the stairs.
Okay. And you guys just gonna wait and see what happens, or are you following her?
I think we'd still keep along our path. Judith, you mind keeping a light on Sora? At least that way we might be able to keep a little bit better track of her.
She will go up to your staff and touching it, casting light on your staff.
All right, let the light guide the way.
You run off, and after about 2 minutes, you don't hear back from Sora. But instead, something approaches you from behind. What do you guys do? Do you hide? Do you prepare for battle? What are you guys up to?
What does it sound like?
Is there like a light from behind us, or is it just sound first?
Right now, it's just sound, and just sounds like a stampede is coming your way.
Are we confident that's her? Or...
Multiple sets of footsteps or a single footstep?
Hard to tell with how quiet the corridor is. You're getting echoes.
I pull out the ray gun.
Reasonable.
Hmm. Get down, just in case. If it's her, we'll just yell.
How wide is this tunnel?
Oh, the tunnel's about 30 feet wide.
30 foot?
Is there anything to
What's-
hide behind, or is it just like tunnel?
It's a tunnel, but since it's dark here, you guys can try to do your best getting the corners of the curving corridors.
Can I see if I can like climb and like get to like the ceiling and like stay up there?
Yeah, you can do that with
Well, Batman.
Be tough.
Gotcha.
Stay as close to the walls as you can.
So after about 2 minutes, you could see coming running down around the corner a ball of energy just almost blinding you. Or Sora zooms right past you guys.
Oh.
If she does, I'll just shoot a message to her and say, "Okay, yep, you just ran past us."
You just hear the sound of bare feet skidding for a second, then tapping.
Ow.
Her feet are tough, it's fine. And then you just hear the slapping coming back up the steps. Oh. Wow, that was fun. But yeah, we're not going anywhere.
All right, let's try another direction.
Yeah, can you actually run back actually and see if you don't do the same thing?
Yeah. Let's try to head back.
You got it, and just disappears as the ball light just flies by all of you back up the stairs.
It doesn't take long. When you turn up around the stairs, about 30 seconds later, you're already back at the end.
Well,
All right.
that's not good.
To be fair, Zabi does like to play around, so.
All right. Emma, what do you think? Do you think we should? Do you have something to throw on the ground to see which way we want to go?
My head hurts.
Let's
We
see.
have up and straight left.
Straight it
30
is.
second straights. Let's see, so going forward at the moment eventually leads us back to wherever we are. And trying to head back also leads us back to the exact same location.
As we're going down this hall, I'm gonna keep my right hand kind of like on the wall of the of the tunnel as we're just kind of walking, just
Sure.
in case it's like a labyrinth situation.
So you walk down the. Go ahead.
As we're trying to go back, this entire time we've been walking down the tunnel, has there been like anything on the ground?
No. Well, you guys
Okay.
you guys already got back. It only took like 30 seconds.
Oh, so we were able to get back to the main tunnel?
Yeah.
The main area.
It was extremely fast, as though you were never walking downwards to begin with.
Okay, so it's just we need to all stay within a group effectively.
But as you guys do go down the middle path with Judith's hand along the wall, you walk forward. I'd say about 5 minutes down, being more careful, maybe double checking if you can get back quick and you don't. When you get to the dead end, there is, I suppose it's not a dead end if there's a door, but there is a really basic bitch door. What I mean by that is it's just wooden door, no real designs on it, a crappy handle that looks like it'll fall off, just splat inside the stone wall or against it.
Are there any?
That's-
Sorry,
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
There's a welcome
this is
mat,
me
but that's about
commenting.
it.
A welcome mat. I'll look underneath the welcome mat.
There are bugs.
Oh, no. That's concerning. Remarkably good condition for the place that we were expecting to show up at.
Well, maybe like a door, we should be polite and knock.
Yeah.
Sora will walk up. We'll use the mat to clean her feet a bit, and then we'll go, raising her hand up to it. Nana Lee, hello, this is Sora.
Not only
Hello, we are here, beneficiaries, I believe that's the word, of the City of Tears, and we were following a fantasy tale.
a tail.
Yes, one of a hero hidden behind a waterfall.
Behind a waterfall.
Yes.
Yes.
She looks back to the group, shrugs her shoulders.
I'll whisper. I'm gonna whisper and say something ridiculous.
I put a dragon in a painting.
In a painting? Who is proficient in insight?
I think I am.
Yeah.
I
If not, we'll give
I
other
am.
people a chance in a
Hello,
moment. but
Mrs.
let's do that. The people proficient first.
Judith, Lewis, and I think Sora are.
Most of you.
Straight roll, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's say. Bap. I'm-
You want all of us to roll, or just?
I don't. If you want to roll, you can. If you're proficient.
Okay.
At this point, since we've realized it's magical, I'm going to go ahead and boost that by an additional 2 of Masters.
Just
Okay.
to get it up to 20.
So you realize that it is. It just recites back a portion of what you said.
Okay.
So you're not actually talking to anybody. Everything that was said so far was literally involved or part of Sora's original sentence.
Sometimes it's better to trust your own instincts in a roll, right? All right, that's good. Maybe we should,
It's an
maybe we
echo.
should try opening it. Something dangerous might be behind it, though.
Who is going to open it? And I'm assuming the rest of you are a few feet back.
We gotten a way to check for traps. Well, many obvious ones at least.
I have to be faster than the trap. That is the way.
All right, I'll do an investigation, I guess. And actually, she is proficient in
Can
thieves
I,
and tools.
can I help her?
Sure. Are you proficient in thieves tools?
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, I'll give her advantage.
Help stabilize the hand and such. Oof.
A talk with advantage. I don't know why I only rolled once.
Still damn good.
Yeah,
I'll roll it one more time just to see.
Let's get higher. Let's get higher.
Come on, let's get a crit.
Oh my god.
Hey.
There we go.
Oh, it is better.
There are no traps, but there is one problem. She grabs the doorknob and opens it, swings it open, and it's just a wall. It's a fake door. There's nothing behind the door.
I freaking hate magic. I really do.
Sora will at least knock on the stone this time, behind the door. Solid.
Oh yeah.
I believe
This mark
we're
is stupid.
missing a crucial... Oh, go ahead.
Lewis takes out Sunblight.
It's over for the wall. It's over. What do you do?
Stab the wall.
You stab
Any
the wall?
objections?
You're gonna break the wall?
I'm gonna try to stab it. Any objections?
I think we're all objecting right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing has a welcome mat on it. Can I investigate the mat at all?
Yeah.
You said there were bugs underneath it. Did they try to scurry back underneath the door when?
Yeah. They skirted on the door, and then when you open the door, they scurried alongside the walls and corners. But yeah, when you look at the mat, it's pretty plain. It's really old and dirty and unkept, falling apart. Even you can do a further investigation or perception for detail. I mean, you're certain from evaluating everything here, it's just another false direction. They're trying their best to keep the city safe. So between the entrance to get down there and down here, it's all false so far.
I think sounds like we might be in the wrong direction here.
God.
This is quite fun.
At least we know we have one more direction to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoulder bump it.
It does not shoulder bump it back.
It's just a wall.
It is just a wall, which good if it be almost positive.
See, now we know. Let's go.
All right, one moment. Sora's going to walk up to the wall and smile a bit. I'll add to the prank a little bit myself. She'll expend a charge off of the artistic armament to do paint color spray and paint a door behind the door.
Oh, God. I'll give you a point of inspiration for that. That's gonna really fuck somebody up one day.
One of us are gonna go down here and think that is good, and then we see the door.
I might have to use that for another campaign.
Oh my gosh.
There's another door. All right.
What are we missing?
And we'll see how realistic it looks too to really fuck with them. Hold on. It's decent enough.
Higher than most people's passes, which is the only thing that matters usually. All right. So to save time, we check back to the main place. We reset, and now I'm assuming unless there's something else you want to do, we're going up.
Yep, final path.
All right. You guys go up the final path, and you see a ladder. This ladder looks like it extends extremely high into the sky. Or well, into a hole that brings you up towards the sky, apparently.
Does it look like it's the same height that we came down on?
Because of your good investigation from prior, I'm just gonna say yes. You think it's the exact one. Even though you took a different route.
Alright, so we came down here. We have three things to go. One of them goes right to where our exit out of here. One of them goes to a door that leads to nowhere, and the other one goes to a hallway that leads to nowhere. Right?
Yeah, 2 dead ends, and then one that reverts you back to where you began.
I'm wondering if there's a sequence.
Maybe maybe it's something that has to do with maybe there's a secret entrance. Another one, I guess, before we go down the hallways. Something that maybe above or something, I don't know.
A secret entrance in the secret entrance?
They want to keep this thing secret, so everything's all about secrets. I'm gonna try
Holy
to say
fuck.
the word secrets as many times as I possibly can in this
It's weird when you say a word enough times, it starts sounding very odd.
Give me a history check. If anyone else is proficient, then give me a history check
Well,
on ancient architect.
Let me see.
bam.
Your skills, they matter.
Yeah, pretty mediocre.
That is stats. I don't know why I'm looking at this at all.
This place has been gone for a long time, so
And that's me. Yeah, it's ancient architect.
I'm sitting there like,
I think I might have intelligence.
So yeah, so you guys reset back to the main room, and there's the three paths. One apparently leads to the way you came in. One is a loop, and then the middle one is just a dead end. Now there is also, yes, I should bring this up, the path that originally brought you here.
yeah, I was about to say, if none of the paths forward are working, then maybe heading back might be the right way.
Always worth a shot. This is quite the day off I'm having with y'all.
Well, at least it doesn't seem like our lives are immediately in danger.
So the third path, though, it goes up to where, but we don't know where it goes up to, because I'm sorry, I thought that meant that it went up to the same fountain.
It did.
Yeah, so that's from the sounds of
Okay.
it.
Okay, got it.
Middle route is infinite. Bottom route leads to a dead end and a door that just talks back to you, and the upwards is right back up to the entrance.
And the way back is to the exact same place.
We have no idea. We haven't tried it yet, and this is a magical
Oh.
place. So
I thought the back one was that's how we came in, right?
There's technically
Yeah.
there's four paths.
Yeah.
The one where you came in, and then the three paths, which one of them apparently go the way you went.
Well, we could try the way we came. And I have an idea that maybe we're supposed to go into each one in sequence. Like, maybe the one we had just taken was the correct one, which brought us back here. And now is a decision to pick a different way, which instead of being a dead end or a loop, would have us come back to its original position. Oh, my brain's starting to hurt.
Maybe. Well, for now, let's try our options. And Lewis just tries to double back toward the original tunnel we came out of.
Okay. Which is the spiraling stone staircase that brought you here in the first place, right?
Yep.
Just to be extra specific.
I'll continue touching the wall as we go.
Sure. You glide
And,
up the wall.
Lewis will go ahead and
leave like a really old dagger that he's kind of just been keeping on him, just drop it on the ground, just to be sure.
Okay. You guys go up the spiral staircase, which is how you originally got to the three paths by traveling down it. When you get to the top of the path, you see that the staircase that you used to get in here, and more appropriately the ladder, is gone. Instead, there is just a hole in the wall at the top of the spiral with a waterfall flooding through it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, turns out we were never at the first part of the poem at all.
seems like it.
Did I ask? I'll be jumping in the waterfall.
and that just makes perfect sense to everybody.
This place is magic. What'd you expect? At this point, expect the unexpected is how I tend to roll with things.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Where do we go from here?
Behind the
Language,
waterfall.
Amrut.
A little late in the game for that, but sure.
What are we doing, folks?
Through the waterfall we go. Who's going first?
I will.
Oh, yeah. No?
There we go.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Amrut.
Now behind Judith.
The the entrance kind of looks like, for a modern reference, one of those theme park water slides. Of course, it's a tunnel, so you can't see where it goes, but you can see that it loops and turns, and it's kind of hollowed out perfectly. Just it's not rigid. There's no like sharp jutted edges. Just this perfect hole. And As you guys jump in it and slide down, it's only filled up halfway of water, so you're not at risk of drowning. But the slide itself, you'd imagine, be uncomfortable with the amount of twists and turns, the fact that you're being propelled at nearly 100 speed, which may be capable and normal if Shore spends a key point, but for the rest of you, it's the fastest you've ever been propelled. As you are propelled down this slide, I'll give you a chance to tell me how you're enjoying it or not, with the caveat to tell you that there is no pain. For some reason, this slide is almost like magic before, safely shooting you through this structure. Tell me how you're all experiencing it.
I want to roll acrobatics just to see what I'm doing exactly.
Sure, maybe you lean into it.
Yeah. Sora is like skidding on her feet, just like going in spirals, and you can just hear her voice echoing throughout the tunnel of just pure joy and exhilaration. Whoa! I need to find the entrance to this again! She just spinning faster and faster as she goes.
And Amrit?
Let's see. Con save, he's a little iffy right now. He's not scared. He's like, oh.
Lewis?
All right. Because at this point, I think it's become pretty evident that Lewis has motion sickness. So, okay, he's gotten a bit better with the motion sickness. As he's going down this like dark tunnel, not really able to like see around him, he just feels his body weight like shift like almost backwards, as if his head has started to become like his front. And it just feels like really disorienting, and he's just like closing his eyes, trying to focus on his stomach to keep it from going. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a twist. And he's just doing all in his power to hold his stomach together.
Excellent. And Judith?
Jude is gonna like crack open the history of Sunsdale for the prince, and I'm gonna put my hand on one of the pages and cast Photographia to show him just the video of like this crazy situation we're doing.
Excellent.
What?
So as you guys shoot through the tunnel, Phoenix holds on to Jenkins like he's one of those tubs you sit in when you take on these slides, and they just roll out through the bottom. As you all go through here and you do your photography and everything, eventually you guys are flushed out to here.
Jesus.
Kevin gets up.
Yep.
You guys are equally divided. And at the bottom of what appears to be another two twinned waterfalls.
Oh. Can we see each other?
Yeah, you guys are on the surface of your own water, but at the bottom of
I
like
see.
this thing up here is above you, this structure.
I see. It's a big room. We just popped out through different tunnels is all.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, you guys already know.
Okay.
Woo!
Ugh.
That was fun.
Yeah, fun. About as fun
Sure.
as the airships.
Jenkins? Jenkins like touches the waterfall and it shoots him upwards. Jenkins!
Oh, it's not good.
I'm coming for you, buddy.
Is he waterproof?
Oh, gods.
I really hope he is. Lois is just gonna hop over to the next stone and just like try to chase after them.
Yeah, I hope not.
Well, this is rise up about 40 feet. The waterfall's pulling you upwards. When you touch into the
got it.
waterfall, it spits you upwards. Yeah, this is the drop off. This is the waterfall.
I'll go, and then I'm gonna take a sick ass photo of Amrit or video of Amrit as he's jumping up.
Yeah. So unlike a normal waterfall, this one seems to be reversed. It's pulling you upstream to the top of this section.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Amrit,
Oh, that's weird.
what's your pose? What's your pose?
Oh, I do like I'm going forward, but I'm still doing like a backflip, that kind of thing.
Mm.
Then I land.
Okay. As you all get into the structure, you can see that above it, engraved in the ceiling, is the same face of the lady that you saw in the statue, and that the waterfalls are placed in such a manner to make it appear like she's crying. Maybe that is the origin of the City of Tears name. Maybe it is just a reference to the name. Could just be a cool design. In any case, in this room seems to be a series of draconic statues all over the place, spewing and spitting water. A staircase and a plateau.
Sora is going to grab Jenkins and fish him out of the water, placing him here. And as she does, she just begins doing chest compressions. Just gotta stay with me.
Higgins looks dizzy. Phoenix flies over to him and just like presses the button. A whole bunch of water shoots out of him.
Oh, that's nifty.
Are these dragon statues as well over here?
They seem to be some type of hybrid of a goat and a serpent.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This really is the goat lands.
How heavy is the head?
Probably about 90, 100 pounds.
Oh, no, fuck that. Okay. Let's take a picture.
Hey, en route.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
I'm not sure.
You can do a religion if you want.
Oh, I might got something there.
Uh-oh. We found it.
Never fucking mind.
-1, right?
We lost it.
Oh, no.
So you can't figure it out, but you should call Vajudit for somebody who might be better.
I just had to roll high.
Go for it.
Let's say. Yee.
There you go. 12's good.
Yeah, 12 not bad. It's not a dramatic amount of information for this. It's an offering, like a Sunday bowl offering. So if people put coins in here and stuff, it's empty currently. That's what it is. An offering bowl.
Well, so either coins go in here or, I don't know, maybe blood.
Jesus.
Take your pick, probably.
I mean, it kind of takes it to a whole new level when there's blood involved.
You want to take some of my money?
I might drop it in the water. I got it. I'll place a gold coin in there. Just see what happens, if anything.
You see that it gets immediately smelted down to its liquid state before draining in a tiny hole at the bottom of the bowl.
That was something. Oh, now I had 701. Now I'm at 700.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
hold
a
on.
true blessing.
I will now put one more in. Now I'm 699.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You were perfectly balanced as all things should be. Alright, so you put one
Yeah,
in
good.
and it gets melted down again and then absorbed into the this little hole.
Sora's going to fish into her pocket, look to how far away it is, kind of stick out her tongue a little bit as she's like figuring out how far away it is, and she'll try and throw the coin to sink it in from her position.
Repeat that last one.
She's just attempting to like dunk the coin all the way from where she is, like throw it into
Got
it.
you.
Lunch.
Sure, you can do a sleight of hand or perception.
Slight. I'll do perception.
Sure. One is how steady your hand is, and the other is the perceived distance.
Kobe.
I was thinking that, but I didn't say. All right, so yeah, you throw it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like overly difficult. It's a small coin, and the bowl is pretty large. You're able to get it into the bowl, and same thing happens. It smells down to nothing and gets swallowed.
Cool. 1 point for Sora.
Yeah, so the coins are like liquefying and going into like a drain.
Okay, so you're offering a coin to some kind of goat dragon god, maybe?
Potentially.
There is a lot of dragon imagery down here.
Am I able
Matches
to
a lot
walk?
with the origins of this place.
The thing is, I don't know if we should like put more, or if we're doing something at all, or
I think at least everyone should do one, just in case it's a ticket situation.
Kind of want to know what god I'd be putting an offering to before I did that. If that's okay. Is there a way to walk underneath this thing?
Yeah, they're raised pretty high.
Okay. Is there any way to tell like what kind of god this is, or what's the name of this deity?
You can do a religion roll based on all the statues and stuff.
I will inspire myself. No, I'm kidding.
If only.
Religion.
Oof.
Oof.
Place is pretty old. It's hard to pinpoint.
it's a temple.
I know
Yeah.
about one god. That's it.
There you go.
Okay.
We met at least two.
Well, one note, I guess. Especially knowing that this place used to be ruled by Godbrand Tyrantrum. I don't think there'd be all that many dragons that would live in one place.
Yeah, it's 50-50 chance, and one of them's a fucking painting now, so I'm sure it's fine.
Lewis drops a coin into it.
Smelts away. How many coins have been put in so far? Is it 4 or 3? That's 4, right?
4.
I put in 2.
Okay. Phoenix, let me reduce a gold off her sheet. Phoenix says just 1 as well. Superstitious. I don't know if she is superstitious. I get the vibe she is. Oh, she's got 1. She has 581. Now she's got 580. So there you go. Jenkins looked in his pockets and he demands a coin from him. He reminds you.
What the hell you look at me for?
He reminds you of your wanted photo.
Well, you don't got a fucking coin slot somewhere, huh?
1 coin or the bounty, your choice.
What, the bounty everyone already knows about? What do you mean? Wait, why are you blackmailing me anyway? What's going on?
Amrut, just give Jenkins his coin.
His coin? Fine. Here.
Takes the coin and he pops one in there.
All the person that fucking built you.
So how many have we got in there now?
Thank you. 6.
Just in case. And he drops an additional 4 more into the pool before him going off.
For 10, okay.
Yep.
Damn, I don't put this much in church.
Just in case. It seems like a weird number, so.
Most of my money's in the bank, so excuse me.
Yeah, Judah just like taps the basket and keep walking, you know.
Yeah. Puts her hand in there, makes it look like
Yeah.
Knit it down. Alright, so there's a staircase here and it leads up to it's weird, it kind of looks like a bronze or round funnel. More like a pipe, I suppose.
Well, let's see where this goes. And Lewis takes the lead.
Just be careful. Maybe the formidable guardian is still out there.
Excellent.
Yep.
So When you travel through the pipe, you could see that it's probably about a 60 foot distance. Those with dark vision, you could see to the other end that there are some lights eventually, but in between that, it's mostly safe, if not dirty, a little bit muddy, and maybe even a little greasy for whatever reason. The tunnel's not been serviced in a while. But there are flames. Who keeps them lit? We don't know. Those of you proficient in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
Let me take a look here.
I'm looking at your sheet, bro. Not just
I got nothing.
Oh, actually, hold on.
hold on. Let go. Let go.
You actually?
Oh,
Yeah!
No way.
Phoenix isn't sure, but you reassure her, Amrit, that they are continual flames, meaning that until they're dispelled, these flames can last forever and they're not dousable with water. So it's possible that they were set up a long time ago. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody's here. Well, without knowing that, you would think that someone came through here recently and lit these flames. It still looked like fire.
Yeah, but you already knew that.
She smiles. Yeah, but you figured it out, so credit where credit's due.
Sure.
Jenkins doesn't give you any credit. He walks through.
Why yada?
Well, yeah, you all right, so unless there's any concerns, do we advance through the pipes?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yahoo!
Da-da-da-da-da.
I'll do that one shot I ran.
Wow, that hurt. I hope that whoever actually voice acts Toad, I hope you're okay.
Aww.
Like in a corner. Help me.
Aww.
Yeah, whoever gets paid to do that, I hope you have like a lot of honey or like, yeah.
Don't worry, it's their natural voice.
Okay, and map jumping is now. When you come out of the pipe and into this place, you're immediately met with what looks to be some type of sewer. They're rare, but they are in all the major cities, but not much in settlements. Luckily, the sewage here does not appear to stink too bad. It seems to be self-cleansing, maybe through the waterfall cycle that runs throughout the city. But you notice that there's a gate to the right of you that is locked immediately and has a corpse laying in front of it, as well as a thick green mist that even being next to the mist makes it hard to breathe and your skin itches. I will move you there to the map now.
Anybody else thinking it's a little bit harder to breathe down here?
It feels like the Mouther aura again. Everything itches.
Does it feel like the Malor aura?
For sure, maybe, but you're not getting any other energy.
Yeah, no, her thing is that she itches like crazy when Mouthers
Yeah.
are around.
She gets eczema.
Lilith just gets vertigo.
Okay. What is this like a locked bar?
It's
bar thing?
a gate, so you can see through it, but it's still a door. Yeah, it's locked in.
Try to have some cloth over your mouth. It might help filter things out a little bit. Not much, but it's something.
It is relatively itchy, and you can see up here to the north, which also appears to be a dead end, that it gets the smoke gets a lot thicker. There's also passages to the left, and the continual flames are still lit.
Can I
What are you gonna do? Talk to me. Do what?
I kind of want to see if I can light my torch.
Sure. With you mean with fire or your light cantrip?
No, with fire.
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Actually, mean like non-actual fire, like real fire.
Well, as everyone starts saying something, she'll say, "Well, I'm curious because the flames over here it looks like I'm not sure, but it looks like the gas or whatever it is stays away from the flames, and maybe we could probably traverse this if the flame still stays. That fucking, it's a good run. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's potentially it's something. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's messing with you. So do you want to take that, or anyone in proficient in survival to make those checks prior once you consider lighting it?
I'm not proficient, but I have a +3.
Okay.
I'm proficient.
I'd let one of you roll for advantage.
I would give it to Sora, honestly, just because she's a lot more adept in more natural environments.
Wait, survival?
I mean, if you're proficient, Amber, go for it too.
It's like, I surviving, right? I do.
Yeah, it'd be a flash since you already have a advantage in the plot. Okay. Yeah, you think that it's possible that it's combustible, but you're not certain. But it has all the traces of it. And now that we know that these are continual flames and not real fires, they're not combusting. And even the
I see.
police are trying to warn you right now.
The warning sirens.
But
Oh, they-
yeah, there's some concern there, Judith.
Okay, then I will not.
All right. Well, cover your mouths and try not to itch too badly, and we'll get going.
Before Zora like fully moves forward, Lewis just like takes off his coat and just draped it over her as much of her skin as possible. Yeah, help out a little bit.
Oh,
No worries.
Jenkins doesn't seem to mind. Sora, when you're there, you hear a voice in the darkness. You.
Ooh.
What are you doing here?
I was looking. I was looking through for a hero hidden behind a waterfall.
Get out of the poisonous smoke, you fool.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are walking through water that's probably about ankle high. You're doing the middle section and not the far wall.
Oh,
This is
Oh, hey.
water. This guy looks back to you. I haven't seen living creatures down here. Poem living creatures. Many, many years.
Well, Nana Lee, I'm Sora, and this is Lewis. He is the king.
Are you Nana Lee or are you Sora?
Nana Lee is how I greet people from where I'm from. And we say Il Lanan when we say goodbye.
See, I see. What purpose do you have in these pots?
Sora will look to Lewis and Judith.
Just getting a lay of the land. What's it like down here? Fun? Boring? What?
Dark and lonely and dank. And I've locked myself in this portion of this place because everywhere else has tried to kill me.
why would they want to do that?
I had people down here, rat fauna, as they're called. A whole tribe of us discovered this place by chance through the pipes that ran through the mountain. Hidden by magic, but we stumbled upon it one day. Crawled through an opening, and we settled here. But we discovered vicious drakes. One by one, they ate us all. I may be the only survivor. Blocked all the gates, but I've got a key to each of them.
You said that they were the first mortals that you've seen in a while. Does that mean you're not?
I don't count seeing myself every day. Meant other people.
How long have you been down here?
I've been down here for about 20 years, maybe.
What all you eat down here? What, rats or?
Yes. Mice. Roaches. And he picks up this heart on the table. Drake hearts. You don't have to fear me. You can come closer, you know.
Oh, I can't see you. That's my mistake.
Here, let me light this. I would caution you from lighting flame next to that poisonous mist. It will erupt violently. Hello.
Oh, they're down.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you guys didn't. Knew. Um,
Nice to meet you. This place is actually kind of cozy in this corner.
It is not.
Ooh. Well, you don't have to be down here anymore. There's a whole city above you.
This is my choice. I'm
Oh.
Skavenstein.
Pleasure to meet you.
What's that on your back?
Chemical tank to adjust my lungs to the toxic air by influencing my body with just a tiny portion of the poison for days on end. I once had fur or hair, whatever semblance you would like to put. The notion that I do now was not what I look like now. Eventually, the poison removed that from me and produced boils. But now I'm all but immune to the gas. But it was a shame, because now regular air is toxic to me. I live off the horrible fumes here.
what causes the fumes?
I'm uncertain. But I do know that I've traversed through the thick poisonous gas before and I found the door. Gated door of markings and of paintings or drawings depicting a royal birthing chamber of nobility of sorts. But the key to access the door is deep in the Drake's domain. I've laid eyes on it once when we were heavier in numbers. Never could I reach it.
Let's see.
Could you take us there?
Oh, I would never dare.
Why not?
I would give you the key, but I have fought enough battles in my life. Do not feel I owe strangers any more of my pain and suffering. I'll give you information, but there's no fight left in me. There will be a fight.
Reasonable enough. Seems like you've been through quite a bit.
Here, maybe you'll wish to do harm to me or the people. Drake folk. But like I said, there is no fight left in me. He gives you the keys. Please return them when you are done. If you wish, I will not come for them. And lock the gates when you get to the other side. There's an action to unlock and lock a gate. He's asking you to keep the gates locked for his safety if you traverse throughout this place.
I see.
Is there anything we can do against the gas?
This tank on my back can absorb the gas in the hallway in its entirety.
Is there anything I can do to trade you for this service?
The Drakes, they have a leader in this tunnels. You can broker some semblance of peace through death or some other resolution. That would be great. It'd be nice if I could unbar myself from this place. This is my home, and I wish to explore it fully.
Very well.
He handed them to Judith prior, but who has them now doesn't matter to me.
Got it.
How would you
Yes.
feel? It's Skavenstein, right?
Stein, but some people just call me Stein.
Apologies, Skavenstein. My name is Judith Bloom. Between the Flames. How would you feel if other people came down here as well? We're potentially looking for a place to that refugees can go in a state of emergency.
Place is a magical fortress. Difficult to find. Harder to siege. It would be an ideal location. This is not my property, even though it is my home. I have no say in the matter. I would just ask that my station here be left alone. I'm an alchemist, you see.
Oh, that's like our friend back there. I'll point over to Amorous.
If you have soul stones, Amrit, you could use my station to prepare healing potions. I'm sure you will need them in the fights ahead.
She got the materials.
Just missing the stones. You can use the rest of the materials here. Flask, other components.
And Party Loot, we have exactly 13 basic soul stones at the moment.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we've collected quite a bit.
And you can make up to 13 basic healing potions if you want.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Remember,
I think all
crafted
the,
potions expire after 2 weeks, so usually you want to prepare how much you think you'll need immediately.
I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna make one for everybody first.
Sounds good.
You gotta make your check. The DC is only 8.
Alrighty.
And you have your fancy new alchemist stuff, right?
Once you have the tools, yeah.
+1 tools. Alright, 1 success. Another. Keep going till you're satisfied. That's 3 potions so far. 4. 5 potions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 potions, so someone deduct the party loot 5 soul stones. You guys have 5 potions of healing.
I'm gonna make one more too.
Another success.
6.
Looks like you can only fail on an extra 1.
I'm in like the Breaking Bad season 1 RV right now.
So you're able to produce 6 potions of healing. Now they do expire after 2 weeks, but if you remember, making the potions of healing makes them more potent. Lead by just a little bit, but any little bit counts. Let's see what the handout says. So when you craft it, which is down here, it is if crafted plus 2 hit points. So it's 2d4 plus 4 instead of plus 2.
Yeah.
Excellent. Skaven sign tells you are quite skilled at this. What would you say your name was?
It's Amarin.
I could teach you how to make potions of greater healing as another reward if you gather me something in the tunnels.
You know the formula for that?
Of course.
Alright. Deal.
Excellent. Deep in these tunnels, there is a well with black water. This is particularly nasty substance. There's enough for about 2 or 3 more bucketfuls. And he gives you this barrel here, and he attaches it to your back, and it's pretty heavy. It reduces your speed by 5. Your movement speed while wearing it. Fill this barrel to the brim with the black sludge and bring it to me.
Okay.
Thank you. I guess I've got your side question stuff, so whenever you're ready. If you have more questions for Skaven Sign, he's obviously more than willing to communicate with you guys.
I'll give him a photo of the sunset. There's like an interesting one I took, maybe like in Icarus, and I'll give him some food. And I'll say thanks for your help, Scavenstein.
Thank you. He begins eating the rations slowly by lifting up his mask, but never taking it fully off. And he just, while he's eating, he stares at the photo like he's watching a movie or something, just looking at it.
I'll say, actually, if you touch it, it actually turns into, it'll move.
He touches it. He keeps enjoying his food. The way into the facility proper is to the left. Once your task is complete, I will drain the gas to the right. Please secure the locks on the door, but if anyone gets past you, they do not harm me.
Understood.
You can see these pipes, which they use to travel around. They have boulders and rocks in them to prevent people from getting to him. So he's pretty secluded in this area.
Alright, things are about to get dark. So everyone, keep about their wits.
Phoenix looks at the abstraction on his back and some of the mechanical stuff he has. You're more than just an alchemist. You're an artificer, aren't you? Guilty.
Wait, look, you can make one of them? He points at Jenkins.
No, that is a different trade entirely, but same field, different task. This poison sucking thing could be useful. And Phoenix tells you that she's going to study it for a little while.
Sounds good.
So you can handle a few small drakes. I'll see if I can help speed up the draining of the gas.
Sounds good. Stay safe, alright?
You guys all ready?
Just
Boss.
about.
Get a word and I'll unlock that gate.
All right, and she will go to unlock it. All right, let's go. I think I can put it through.
You
Yep.
should be able to move through now. Once you open it, it's just like a door has an open feature, just see through.
As soon as Lewis comes in, I'll lock the gate.
Double checking Falcon. I believe Lewis should have 15-foot dark vision due to Shadowrun.
Yeah, you don't have any dark vision set up, so 15 feet.
Yep. Can't see Jack right
There you
now,
go.
so.
And there should be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Got it.
I might have missed lighting it.
No, you're good. I just didn't scroll that far.
Alright, so once you get through the door, I won't lock them not to waste time, but you guys can close it at the very least, so you're not able to move through it.
Got it.
But we're gonna assume they are locked, so if you ever come back this way in a rush, you need your action. Hopefully that's not the case. When you get into the main facility, it's more of the same. You've got sewage that's relatively clean, so I don't know if that's even a proper term, but you are in sewers. A broken pipe and a path to the north. You can see that there's some scaffolding and a structure built, and also an additional corpse up here. This is about a 10-foot rise. The door here leads to the same place. There was two gates that got here. Both lead to the same place.
Sora's gonna come up and look over the body here. What's going on with it?
There's a rat folk, and it must have died recently. It has its guts pulled out of him, and it's spoiling.
Ew.
Oh wow, these are some vicious little buggers. They disembowel you first.
Yeah, most monsters aren't known for being merciful, so to speak.
I'm gonna sneakily try to look around to the left. Okay, never mind. Okay. Oh shit.
You can see. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You see a statue of a whole bunch of offerings on it: sage, flowers, paperwork, and candles lit.
Was to hold,
Yeah.
well, that is giving me a slight deja vu.
would mean deja vu.
Remember last time we stumbled upon something like this? Some sort of altar-looking thing?
Does it have any iconography of things that we've seen before?
I mean, there's a paper there written in common with some information, but other than that, it's sage, leaves, coins, and candles.
I'll try to read it without picking up the picture, the paper.
Okay. Yeah, you begin to look down on it, and it looks to be some type of documentation for people. It's a list of names of people who have been, quote unquote, secured here. And there's a cross through each one that has died. And all the names are crossed except for one of the names.
What's the name?
There's Skavenstein, and it has embolded parentheses where at.
Something's keeping track of everyone here.
Seems like.
Well, there was a door up to the north. Unless you guys want to make another offering to some other deity that you don't know.
I mean, it probably was a very scary time for these people, so if anything, just to pay some respects, and she'll put one more gold coin in the gathering of the others.
Is this anything right here on the left?
Yeah, it looks like there's a ladder, emergency ladder. So when you get there, give me a dexterity saving throw. Next to that massive pipe. You're able to jump out of the way, but creature comes flying out, clawing at you.
Oh,
And
shit.
when it claws at you, it roars. And I was moving them this whole time, but running into the room to the north, you creatures all let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh no.
Zone.
Zone like Donkey Kong.
So I was thinking. So coming around the corner and out of this pipe here initially is this large drake, and he looks around. He almost has some type of like snake-like mouth, as how you see it formed and how it hisses at you. It's far larger than the ones behind you and has sharp porcupine, almost like design to its back. And as it waves around, it roars. And who here can speak Draconic?
I think just Lewis and
Nope.
Sora. Oh no, just
Oh, so just Sora or nobody?
yeah. I changed mine back out to Elvish.
Well, so no Lewis, no Sora? Question marks.
Nope.
I have it.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Sora
Okay,
does.
cool. So, Sora, you can hear him yell to the others. Pick them down to their bones, their guts out from their bellies. Save the purple one for me, you know I like tiefling. And that's what you hear, Sora, as these drakes come running in. This drake over here, as he runs in, they intentionally run past Emerald for that reason.
We can tell that it's speaking Draconic though. Like we've heard it, right?
Yeah, you've heard Draconic enough to know that it's speaking some type of like audible language, but
Great.
yeah. So this one comes in, and let's see. Moving these bad boys, Scott. Gets right here, and when it does, you can see it leap at you, Sora.
Okay.
And the other one leaps over Amrit into this corner and tries to get him weakened for their supposed leader, or at least the biggest drake here. 24 will certainly connect onto you, Amber, as it bites your leg for 9
Yeah.
piercing. You immediately respond. One next to you, sword doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
I forgot it was my turn. I was about to Hellish Rebuke him.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely Hellish Rebuke him.
Gotcha. I'll do that. And then, if he's still breathing,
Bloody rebuke.
13. He does make it, and he is still breathing.
okay.
Ooh, this boy's tanky.
Let's keep going. Oh, there's no one there, but
You do successfully stab it for 9 damage. And then followed by another 8. Cut off a few of its scales and its blood drips onto the floor. You can see that blood looks tainted with some type of black ichor.
then I'll end it with the dagger.
Oh, there we go.
And now I get lightning off of that too.
Cool.
The big lightning.
Maximize one of your dice and feed me the total.
Well,
I'm not sure how this is set up. So I'll leave that up to you to pick.
There's a 1 at least on the 4, D4.
yeah, let's maximize that one.
No, for 3 additional.
Total. Gotcha. Sparks fly on its body. Go ahead and describe.
Yeah, so he'll like cut it twice, and then he'll stab it like in like its shoulder and like twist it and like make the lightning like spark from it.
It yelps in pain.
Then he'll like pull it out.
Lewis, on your turn, and you only Sawyer hears it, but the creature blocks something. You hear, never mind, fuck him up. Lewis, you're up.
All right, let's do this. As he just like reaches at his chest and just pulls out sunblight from it, the flames just emitting off of this black at the hilt and white toward the blade sword as he just encircles around it. All right, time to show you who's the one that actually owns these tunnels. As he just goes for the slashes on it. Try to take out the small ones first, then we'll be able to focus on the big one. I'll try to draw whatever attention I can.
Oh, you attacked the big guy, right?
Yep.
Okay,
First
you're
slash is like along the neck.
both of your attacks successfully hit it, but on both of those, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Got it. Ba-ba-ba. Bop. Yeah. And bop.
Okay, so you only get hit once, but you take so it's all or nothing. So on the 19, you don't get hit by nothing, but on the 3, you do take 8 piercing and 3 poison damage as his quills kind of splinter off when you hit him.
Man, that thing is pointy. All right, with that EOT.
He looks down onto you. Says something in Draconic again. Fools that can't understand us. And you hear him call for additional units to come. And then he opens his mouth up and looks down onto Judith and Lewis, preparing to release a breath weapon onto you.
Stoked.
Alrighty.
All right, I think it's just you two, yeah. The 15-foot cone, let me check. 15-foot cone, yeah. So he opens up his mouth and you could see steam begin to build up but then it is overwhelmed with some type of acid, and he spits it at you guys. I need a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Got it. Stop. Yeah. Ew.
Both of you take 22 acid damage.
Jesus.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
This is a lot stronger than I figured they'd be.
Finally, there's a tail swipe towards Sora, but it misses.
All right. With her bonus action, Sora gets up onto her staff, so she becomes more eye level with this thing, and she shouts in Draconic into its face. A good hunter knows when its prey is too much of a hassle. Let us calm down, friend.
Give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay, persuasion disadvantage. Where are you? There you go.
Oof.
Oh yeah, attack first. But my child is nearly on death's door. Time for conversation is behind us.
Then maybe I should give you a bit more incentive. And with her main action, she will do Divine Hands on the Greater Drake. Dexterity saving throw, or take 22 bludgeoning.
He fails and gets hit for 22 bludgeoning.
As series of mystical punches immediately follow up his denial, battering him across the side. We are rune warriors. Be careful of what you choose. And I'll be EOT.
Rune warriors! A lot of them! Careful, children! You're up, Judith.
Alright, so I didn't know what they were saying. So I'm gonna just do what I was gonna do, which is I'm gonna step forward and just say in Goblin, God, your breath is horrible. And then I'm going to reach out and cast Tongues. On this mother ucker.
Mother ucker.
Watch your profanity.
Excellent.
After I do that, I'll say, okay, fine. Let's just talk about this, because if you keep going, every one of your friends around you are gonna die. These people are very vicious, and I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Sure.
I never used the skill.
Go ahead and take my inspiration there. Cool.
No, I can't.
All
take
right.
it. I can do it.
All right.
All right, give me one more.
Oh God. These charisma things at disadvantage, killing me, bro. Okay, where's it at? Intimidation. There it is.
Eesh.
He looks at you. That is not draconic. It doesn't know how he can understand you. He's more captivated by that than the words at the moment. You can hear additional forces come around the corner. Until he starts losing, it's hard to make him afraid. Speaking of the additional unit, more soldiers come running around the corner. Amrit, you're a nice meaty target. Amrit, luckily 3 of the attacks miss you, but a 19, I believe, connects.
Yep.
For another 10 piercing. So you see them come over and they're kind of like advanced dogs. More skilled and more powerful than a mastiff and a wolf, but still pretty basic creatures with thicker hides instead of skin. You see that the greater drake looks at the battlefields and says to you, Judith, your numbers are all shaking. We have more units, more strength, more vigor. Why would I bow to you?
I'm about to show you in about 6 seconds.
6 seconds. I'll let you give me another one. For now, it's still at disadvantage, but if you can clear some of the ranks out, it'll be flat.
I'll wait.
And this goes both ways, you know. If he starts losing a lot of men, I'll give you advantage.
It's okay. I'm gonna wait. Judith is pissed.
Okay. Yeah, you want to show him. Got you. This one here is going to try to bite you up, Sora.
Right, use that disadvantage.
Okay. At least on the first one, right?
No, I'm dodging.
Oh, you took. Oh, yeah, the hands dodge. Okay. 17 question mark,
That misses.
and then a 15 would obviously miss as well. So he tries to bite you twice, and then he tries to smack you with his tail. Both of the attacks miss. The one over here, what?
With each miss, the hands that surround Sora retaliate, and he'll take some bludgeoning damage.
I'll tell him for 3 and 3 for 6 onto his belly.
Mm-hmm. As every time he attacks, he gets slapped across the face like, no, bad.
So he looks at the hands and he's unable to comprehend what's going on. This one over here, though, dragging on Amrit's leg. Amrit, a 20 and a 17.
Those are both it.
Okay. You take 4 piercing on the first one, which is the minimum roll you could do, and then 8 bludgeoning on the tail swipe. You are getting bullied.
All right.
Speaking of Amrit,
Alrighty. Seeing that he's like surrounded and starting to get like annoyed with like the biting, like it's like a dog like nipping at his leg. He will use his Crimson Rights. So I'm gonna roll some damage for myself first. Oh, max, perfect. And he'll just like, you'll just see like his scimitar just like light ablaze. And he'll swing with that.
don't forget to take your damage.
Yep.
It'll blood hunter.
This guy's like, oh, he's killing himself. Now I don't need to.
Yeah, he'll basically like kind of like cut himself, and then like the blade will just light on fire. Let's see.
Oh.
It's like now he's like swinging like a torch around, like jumping around.
Cut a little bit too deep.
I think the 14 might do. Let me just double. Yep, 14 is our armor class.
Okay. Oh, let me add that.
You're attacking the injured one, right?
Yeah.
Add the D6. 11 damage. Well, this has 11 hit points. Describe it.
Hey.
Yeah, it'll just like swing the let me go watch the Demon Slayer. Come on. He'll swing in like the flaming blade will like nick it at the neck and then just glide through like butter.
Excellent. Its head goes flying in the air. The greater drag looks around. Oh.
And then Amber will turn towards these two. Who's next?
They both lower their heads a little bit, and the big one just goes, "We can still win. They barely stand now." Rub Lewis.
Submit already. As he just like grips his blade as white flames just shoot from it. 3 different arches as he slashes down for blight. Almost as if like a dragon's claw is just trying to press it down into the ground. I'm just trying to intimidate it as much as possible, honestly. So that is 28 necrotic on a DC 15 con save.
I fails it and takes all 28.
Okay.
Ah! Ah!
Call them off. Well, this is only gonna get worse.
Ah. Mirror persuasion flat. Yeah.
Let me see. Could this be argued for intimidation, considering I just
Yeah,
like smashed?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Bop.
Looks at the battlefield. They will not respect me. I'd rather be alive than respected.
Good. And Lewis starts to take a more passive stance and just like fully focuses his body as the fire rune starts to heal up some of his wounds. Second wind. And DOT. Oh, oh wait, no, it's a save, so I don't think the thorn damage would go off there.
It depends if it's if blight is touch. Is it touch or no?
It's 5 feet in the case of the sunblight, but I think it doesn't require touch. Let me see. It's
Yeah, blight
weird because the
typically
way that
is not a
sunblight
touch
does it.
spell.
Yeah, it's just within their range.
Oh, it's limited to the weapon's reach, so you're touching the creature with your weapon.
Okay.
It would
Yeah, that
still
makes sense.
it would still splinter, but it's an all or nothing. So 13 dex.
Okay, that makes sense. Pop. Eesh.
It's not, I rolled really poorly, so it's 1 piercing and 4 poison.
Oh, thank gosh.
But you don't think it's something he controls. When he gets hit, his spines is splinter.
Understandably.
So as they splint, like when you're arguing with him, it makes it even more scary. So you hit him with the splinter, like a bunch of them just kind of porcupine into your face as you scream at him, and he's looking at you. He's like, oh. He takes a dodge. I would yield if you yield. Like he commands his children. They call me. We fight to the death, my children.
Sora
Lewis,
will go ahead.
Lewis just looks to everybody with a very passive stance. He doesn't seem like he wants to fight any further, if necessary.
Sora will kind of bounce here, seeing how it reacts.
Doesn't do it then. You see its tail is pretty long, so it's still within its reach.
She will look to this green drake and in Draconic say, "If you give up, I'll give you a cool face tattoo."
No.
It'll look,
Give up.
it'll look really cool. You'll be very intimidating.
I will not be branded your slave.
No, it's not a brand of slavery. It's a brand of power.
It's permanent?
Yes.
Fuck you.
As she raises her palm up, showing hers. I put one on me.
I don't know you. Stop being strange.
Fine. She will take the action to dodge.
The Drake looked down at Judith. He's like very afraid of you now. Wondering what are you gonna do?
Well, that's the difference in the character versus the player. If it was up to me, this is what I had. This is what was going on that I was going to do if he would not have relented. I'll say this is what Judith is thinking. She wanted to lean in and whisper something to him that was going to shake him to the very core. Then she was going to use her unsettling words to make it even harder for him to resist. Then her dissonant whispers would have went through at level 3, and he would have ran away screaming, if not dead in fear.
Dear lords.
This is what she thinks that she wants to do. She never goes and does a lot of violence. That's not her thing. She uses words. But they fail. And so she thinks, what happens if I went the other route? But instead, she takes a breath. And takes a photo of him. Like a good reporter does.
Hehehe.
POT.
All right, and Emerald, do you look like you're gonna continue fighting? If not, I can take us out of initiative.
seeing everyone stand down will. You'll just see like the flames like just dissipate, and then it'll like sheath its blade.
The drakes just kind of look at their master. You've won. We will not be your slaves.
We don't want you to be.
Yeah, that's going a bit too far.
No one said anything about slaves.
Is that something you were before?
You do not work for the game master?
Who's
No,
that?
What?
You're just more victims.
Who's this game master you speak of?
You can read.
Hopefully he's not a naked rat man.
Mostly naked, a tank on his back, slowly poisoning the tunnels with his black sludge.
Oh no, Phoenix.
Shit.
Sora will reach into her pocket and offer up that health potion Amrit had made for her to it for apology's sake. Please take this, but my friend is in danger. I have to go. And she'll feed the greater drake the health potion. He'll heal 10.
Was all that smoke down here before he showed up?
I don't know. You're sick to the pipes.
I see. Definite insight on that, just to see if there's any obvious signs. A little bit on the harder end, but who knows?
He's bounce.
Well, that's concerning.
We have to hurry.
Agreed. I highly doubt it would try to lie to us. All things considered.
I'm gonna drink a potion while we're running too.
Yeah, valid.
Lois just has like his eyes are like fully focused forward as he's gonna burst his other second wind.
What does this door above us look like?
Just two wooden doors with a little bit of bronze laid into it.
Okay.
Judith, we need the key.
Can I go down this one?
You need more than that. The when you get here, their gates aren't there no more. It's just walls.
What?
Ah,
This is why you can't see through it. There's a wall there now.
Wait. Where I could have sworn those gates were here.
we've been duped.
We've been duped by a game master.
Damn it all. Yeah. I freaking hate magic. Well, all we can do now is just try to win this.
Oh, there's a person. Oh, there's Phoenix.
You guys are back already?
Phoenix?
Yeah.
Come over here for a second, Phoenix.
Sure.
Can we tell? Can I see if this is actually her?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Anything weird about
An
it?
insight or
Yeah.
something?
I'm gonna insight, but I'm gonna kind of grab her shoulder, like, hey, Phoenix.
Yes, Judith.
You okay?
You guys are acting real strange, but yes.
Hey, Quick question. How's Laszlo been?
Laszlo.
Lewis's eyes just immediately narrow. Yeah, I don't think that's her. Well, at least something's up with her.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Check your eyes. Are they dilated?
I will. I'll give her a look. There's this King Gavenstein.
So, have you dealt with the Drakes?
We got a little distracted. Why do they call you the Game Master?
Because legends and tales are worth remembering. I've learned to manipulate the walls of the gates. Keep them out. I've pitted them against each other. The concoctions I've made. Never enough to defeat their ranks. There are hundreds of the Drakes down here. Several of the greater ones. So I decided to use my intelligence to rule with fear. Now it is taboo to come after me. The ones who have tried, I've mostly succeeded at repelling. The poisonous mist and release. And as you see, I changed the walls back to the gates for you. If I didn't want you here, I would not have let you in. Believe what you want. I did not lie to you technically. It's a tale that I have spun over many years. Smarter creatures fight with their brains, not their muscles. Sorry if your conspiracy theory. Conspiracy after all.
If you can control the walls, why were you so focused on us locking the door or the gate?
It's a simple matter, really. You either do one or the other, not both. Now, move the walls there, I had to leave myself vulnerable elsewhere. So the gates are important. Only move one set of walls at a time. If you would stir commotion in that area, it was safer to have them there for now. It's a good question. I have given you an opportunity to make healing potions. I've given you keys. Yeah, trust me, that is on you now. I had plenty of opportunities to hurt you.
What do you really want us to do in there? Just be honest. There's no need to make a game here.
How do you think I'm lying?
I don't know if you're lying, but I'm saying be honest.
I need the black sludge to produce more of the gas. If you remember, cannot breathe normal air anymore. I'm merely asking you to bring me oxygen. I have made the Drakes scared, but it does not mean they have not tried. Kill me. Just many of them are fearful.
They fear being enslaved, from what they say.
The Drakes that make it through here, they disappear. They're not enslaved, but it's better they believe that. I think
What do you mean?
worse
What do you mean
than
they
death.
disappear?
They're slain, they're killed. He grabs the heart in his desk. You speak to someone who likely attacks you and you treat them with more respect than someone who's hated you thus far. When will this interrogation end?
We had to come back to make sure our friend was okay. That's all.
Yeah, I'm fine. He was showing me how to make that thing on his back. I've told you once, and I'll say it again. There's no fight left in me. I use words and intelligence to win the day. Sorry if you do not appreciate that. He goes back to brewing stuff.
Phoenix, you coming with us this time, or are you staying here again?
How much trouble was it? Were they really strong? Because I was just getting to learn how to make the contraction in the back.
In group, they were a bit scary, but once we showed what we were capable of, they backed off. And now we have to go back there and somehow convince them broker peace, but I'm seeing a cycle of no end.
You see, Stein runs up to you, Sora. In your commotion, tell me you locked the gates.
Oh,
Judith did not lock the gate on purpose.
oh,
You go, oh, I think I might have forgot to do that one.
Well, control initiative.
Well,
Oh, should I go back?
it's a good thing I bladed it.
and then I use my healing potion on it in good faith. You live and learn.
That's actually funny. I used my healing potion, a good thing.
So is Skavenstein fighting us, or the Drakes?
Well, you can hear the Jakes roaring down the hall.
Okay, got it. Good, good, good.
And, I mean, Emerald can also communicate that he's looking at a few of them.
I don't even know where Amrut is.
We just hear combat behind us.
He's
Amra,
up
do you?
so-
Because not everyone can see what you can see, Emerald. What do you communicate to them?
Little bit of trouble, guys. I'm seeing a lot of them, and they're not small.
And you,
And
That's
he's gonna like
go ahead.
he's gonna like hold his hands out as a like kind of like he's like holding the way as like going forward.
You hear the Drakes running down the hallway, and they're spewing in Draconic. These ones appear to be different from the other one. They're the same breed, though. Sora, you can give me, what's your passive, Sora? You can hear them from where you are.
16.
You can hear the front one. Game Master falls. Cut down the mole.
Skavenstein, can you fit into that pipe over there?
He's hyperventilating. My work. These shitty strangers. He's getting scared.
Hey. I made a mistake, but I'm not going to let that cost you. It's going to be okay.
It looks like there'll be a wisdom save on his turn, but I'll give him advantage since you're speaking to him.
Lewis looks to him and he just seems clearly panicked. And he just lets out a deep breath. We're clearly fucked up. Time for us to clean up the mess, I guess. And he's just had sunlight out this entire time because it's a dangerous situation. There's no reason for him to put it away. All right, Amrit.
Alrighty. What am I doing? Fuck it. Let's go in. Yeah, we're just gonna run up and attack.
First one misses. Second one misses. Third one misses. Running alongside the ceiling, gassing into here. He's 20 feet up on the wall. Upside down, scurrying. The wings on him just as a reminder. Wisdom saving throw at advantage. 17. I may not have fight left in me. And maybe you don't deserve this. And he spews a fume onto Judith's body, just opening up this valve. And yeah, he heals you for 7 hit points and runs into the tunnel. And you see him shaking and stuff. Yeah, I have survived down here for 20 years. I will see another one. Lewis, you're up.
Well, this is what manipulation gets you. You confuse everybody. And Louis just like runs down the path where he last saw that Drake. And it's currently on the ceiling. How high up is it?
It's 20 feet. It's a wing symbol.
Okay.
I don't know. You can see it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be noted that a lot of the Drakes believe the tales, so in their mind, they're dealing with a problem.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. So that means that I need 10-foot reach in order to actually hit it, I think. Shit. Oh, that makes things annoying. Alright. I don't have any ranged options. Oh well. Lois is going to toss the sword at the greater Drake. Because it's close, right? He's too high up for me to actually do much. So let me see, that was 15, 20, 25, 30, just to gain a little bit more distance. And he's going to just like toss Sunblight directly up.
If you jump, you can make an attack with disadvantage.
Actually, yeah, it's probably a better
If
option.
you want to roll, it'd be an improvised D4 weapon instead.
Got it. Okay, in order to jump, I'd need to... Let's go to there so that way I have another 10 feet of movement to work with. Jump for the 5 feet and go for the disadvantage slash. Bop. That's a 29. So...
Yeah, easily connects.
Yep, hops up, just like gashes against like the section that connects the tail and his torso. And using the momentum as he's landing, launches himself one more time.
Give me a dex
16?
save. Both of those.
Yep. Understandably.
Yeah, their AC is 15.
Oh god. Oh my god, man.
I do not like spiky stuff, apparently.
So I'll feed you the sums added up. So 10 piercing, and then 6 poison. That is both of them. Those 7
Okay,
and 3
16 then.
So 16
Got it.
damage in total, piercing and poison.
Yeah. Man, you're annoying.
Alright.
I hear the old man complaining. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. Actually, 25. Bonus action, hop up on the staff, and as the Drake is getting pestered by Lewis, Sora will add to it by throwing some dragon cards at it. So here's the first one. That's gonna miss. Second one. Okay, none the cards today, but we will end it there.
Phoenix looks at Skaven's sign. You gonna be okay? Jenkins. Deflect. Jenkins gets in front of him just in case he attacks for deflections. Comes around the corner. Raises their crossbow. Dramatically jumping and shooting. That first one hitting, but once it notices the new attacker, it evades the second one. The Respectable 13 sinks into its body. Drake screams, "Ah! Kill the Game Master!" It yells in Draconic. Oh, Jenkins cannot hear in the order. This Drake gets over here. Ah! unleashes his breath weapon. There is the forward. There we go.
Should be able to avoid Phoenix getting caught in it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's Dex. Let me just verify. Let's see here. Yep, dexterity against its acid breath.
Okay.
Take half damage. I rolled pretty nasty. Oh wait, you have evasion already. I forgot you guys are 7th level. And then we need Lewis's.
Yep. Ah. Oh, come on. Wait, this thing's only like 13 DC that we've seen so far.
You guys discovered 13, so.
Okay, popping my last 2 masters to boost it up to 13 then.
Good, because I don't think you would enjoy 27 acid, so it's half as much.
Oh dear lord.
Take 13 acid. And so you don't take anything, and then it will tail swipe Phoenix. But it misses Phoenix as he lifts up some type of metal contraction that throws it off with some type of beacon noise. Ishon looks at you, Emerald, and you get an opportunity attack as he steps back in order to use his breath weapon not to hit his friend.
Oh.
You take it.
I'll hold on to it.
Okay. He spews his acid breath at you. Oh boy. Give me that dex save. Oh boy, that's a high number.
Good luck.
I got it.
You do got it. You take half of 29, 14.
Nice.
Alright, and then since you're the only target, it will tail swipe you, which also hits you. Oh boy. 5 piercing, 1 poison. Judith Bloom.
All right. He's gonna look back to Gavenstein and say, Gavenstein, you tell me right now. You agree to this. We help you. You will do everything you can to let them go, and we are going to promote a treaty coming from you.
Let who go?
The Drakes. We'll stop this game that you have with them, and we'll figure things out.
I survived through fear.
Time to move past that, or you're going to die right now. There's too many of them.
Who can guarantee my safety? I'm the only victim here. They assaulted and killed us.
Say it, or not.
Me and Persuasion is on the fence, but they did kill his entire family. But he is also
I'll give you
afraid.
inspo.
I'm okay on the inspo.
Got it. There we go.
That was you. Fine.
We're no longer living in fear. Nobody. And I'm gonna try to. Can I jump over this thing to him?
Yeah.
5, 10. Excuse me, Phoenix. 20, 25. Oop. 30. Okay. Jesus Christ, there's a bunch of them. What is it? There's 3?
Yeah, that's 3. You can hear roars of the smaller drakes. They're gonna assemble soon.
That's okay. Alright. So Judith is going to strike up her quill. And as her action, she is going to use universal speech. And I'm right next to Sora, so right before that, I'll be like, Sora, I might need you as a translator. And I'm going to say, my action to use universal speech so they can all understand me. And then you let me know if I've used too much time to say anything.
Fun.
I will say. The game master has heard your pleas, and we will use this moment to make sure that everyone will be free from here on out. We just need to discuss this and create a proper treaty. The game is over.
Give me a persuasion again.
Do you want inspo before you go? Okay.
No, I need Judith to be able to do this.
Hell yeah.
See the one looks at you. What promise of safety do we have?
If you stop now, we'll discuss this. But no one's gonna live in fear anymore.
I'll give them a wisdom save. You see the one on the ceiling that's most hurt is talking to the others to give up, but the other two still want to fight. You think you're breaking through to them, but it'll take more than one check.
All good.
There are also 3 alphas, so Emmerich, I don't know what you're gonna do, but if fighting them right now doesn't sound like a good idea since Judith has them on the fence. But they still look aggressive.
Yeah. Rhyme spear.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
I mean, hey, it's a way to get them to break their spirits.
Nah, I won't.
Alpha the alpha.
I won't do anything.
I'm the alpha. Faction.
He'll literally sheath his weapons and cross his arms and just stand there. And just stare at this one in the eyes.
You want to do a so you can give a help action to Judith, or you can do your own intimidation if you want.
I'll give it to him. I'll give the help action.
This is the one that's on the fence. He holds an action to use his breath weapon because he's got a delicious amount of targets that he can get right now.
But he's holding it right now.
Yeah, he holds it. If you move, Lewis, you think he'll preemptively release it, or rather, if the condition is if any of you try to leave its range or release it, because it doesn't want to lose its advantage.
Okay, understandably.
Gavin pats Jenkins on the back. I have a part to play in this too, automaton. I am not an automaton. I was forged by Phoenix, and I was crafted. He rambles a little bit. Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Shut the fuck up. It is I, the master of the games. Listen to the elf. I will stop my assault upon your people. You stop yours. Trust, bro. That is my only source.
Lewis is going to keep Sunlight out and just try to stare down this drake that's trying to charge up its breath at him. And just like, I think he's just gonna try to stare him down effectively. And just like try to whistle around the flames around his blade to try to intimidate the best he can, just nonverbal.
I seem really scared seeing the game master. You might cause him to release his breath if we scare him too much, are you sure?
Actually, yeah, good point. That's the basic idea. He's just gonna dodge instead.
This guy is their
Since we're
Baba
trying to be
Yaga right
peaceful.
now. This is John Wick.
A good point. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Even
Dodge
though-
action.
Even though we all know that he's just an old rat.
Yeah, dodge action, chugging down a potion. Just holding. eyesight.
Sorrow.
Sora will get up high on her staff and shout out, "All this began," shouting in Draconic to the drakes. "All this began with blood as you spilled his kin. He retaliated. Would you not do the same if you were in his position? This cycle will not end until forgiveness is sought. There will be no end to the death of your offspring." And we'll use our action to dodge.
This one. I'm ready to forgive you. We can win. Look at them. They're behind me. On death's doors. The two that are at full health are bartering with the injured one to keep the fight going. Gonna come down to Judith's next turn, honestly.
Okay, that is EOT as I take the dodge action.
Phoenix levels her crossbow. She thinks, sorry, Skavenstein, but at least the matter will be resolved instead of continuing this endless loop of suffering for both parties. And she keeps talking. Skavenstein's like, cool.
Cool.
Greater Drake looks at you, Judith. We have been haunted ages. You think your words can free us alone?
I have to lean it over to Sora to see if she will translate that for me because it doesn't allow me to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. I'll use my reaction to translate.
Not so universal speech.
Yeah.
It's a one-way portal, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I use my reaction to translate for her.
Sure. You say, do you say anything? He's debating
I-
whether he wants to attack. Well, I'm talking about Judith after you translate.
Gotcha.
No, I'll just say, sometimes the words are the only ways to fix the bridges that were torn apart by violence.
Give me your persuasion now, because he's either going to keep fighting or not, so I can't wait till your turn.
All right. I will take Amrit's help.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
He looks at you and he... The only way this ends is if the serpent of many heads dies. We are compelled to eat and kill all that we see. Even if I were to yield to you now as my brother did, who sent us after you, only moments later will we be back on your tails.
The serpent of many heads.
Yes. The Hydra of the deep tunnel.
That explains a lot. Thinking back to all of the different,
thing.
lizardish heads we've been seeing.
Yeah, that's the deity, or the thing.
Slay the Hydra, and you buy all of our freedom. We will remain here. We will not allow you to leave until your word is sealed. You see this Drake over here starts walking towards the door, but we're still on initiative. They mean to bar the exit. If you fulfill your word, they will fulfill theirs.
Judith will look to the others.
Lewis just gives a nod.
Let's go slay us the Hydra.
Okay, initiative drops, and the greater drakes move towards the entrance to block the exit. Now we will see if you are only words. Skavenstein looks at them. I suppose if we are putting trust in their words, then I'll remain here with you.
So he's being held hostage now. Got it. That makes a lot of sense,
It
actually.
looks like he's on a couch and there's a whole bunch of people rolled up behind him. Never mind. So he sits there next to the Drake, and Judith goes, "Oh, many-head serpent."
Yeah, that's nothing too scary, right?
I've never fought a Hydra before, so don't know what to expect.
How do we get to this serpent? It's through the door up there?
There are doors that are made of wood, made in bronze. You can continue to the north. You go to the center and make a right. Drakes may aid you, the young ones.
Do you have any kind of token or something that we can help prove that we have a relationship?
Do you remember the room where you encountered our brother, one of the 4 greater Drakes?
Mm-hmm.
Take the sage and the herbs and light it on fire.
Alright, we are to take the sage and the herbs and light them aflame for where we found them.
Yes, we don't have opposable thumbs. The room will smell better. Now, to get to your question. When you go into the center where the black sludge is, you'll be given a chance to persuade him, I suppose. Let them know that the games are over.
Oh, he can be persuaded too. Okay.
Tell them you can take 2 children on the hunt. They will respect the hunt if they respect you. Do not kill any of them. All bets are off.
Judith took a photography of that, of his recording of saying the hunt. Tell him that the hunt is off.
What strange magic do you dare impose upon us?
It's just something that we can remember this moment. It's okay. See, and I pull it up, and it says that exact same thing.
You don't even have to do any of that. Just show them this.
Oh.
Do not forget the sage. It must be lit.
Will do. We should at least get en route into a better position in case this Hydra decides that he doesn't care what we have to say.
Yeah, probably a good idea. You're kind of dripping a little something as he's just like referencing like a bunch of blood that's just like across his cheek.
I'll give Amrith the potion that he gave me earlier. Thanks for your help, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Phoenix looks at you guys. Some sanctuary.
Well, at least hopefully we'll be able to holy crap, that was potent as hell. How did you do to that potion, man?
You be love.
I put chili powder.
Oh my gosh, no.
Put salt on the rim. Downed it like it was crazy.
If we can get this thing working like we think we can, then hopefully we might have a couple guardians down here.
If we choose to use this as plan B.
Do not lock the gates.
I wasn't going to.
He hangs out by the gate. Just in case you gotta make a run.
Just pick one, dude. Lock the gate. Don't lock the gate. Jesus.
You're welcome to come with us.
I'm gonna show them trust. Remain here with them. Besides, I may stir the others to violence. And,
Right.
So it's
Toward the north, right?
Yes. Just to the north, and then after the door, take a right.
Yep. Gonna need that sage though. So things are really starting to smell a bit funky down here.
Sora is already there.
Going in.
She'll take a torch and grab the herbs and sage in a bundle in her hand and begin burning it.
Make a giant incense.
You see coming out of the pipe is the injured one. You killed my family. The game master cannot be defeated.
No, your family's alive.
Don't understand.
We're going to broker a deal. Your family's alive, but we must speak to the many-headed one.
But I betrayed you. I sent my people.
You were scared. That's okay. I forgive you.
The game master is dead. Finally, freedom for our people.
No, he's not either.
You're sending mixed messages, girl.
The game master wants peace too. The game has ended.
I'll give him a piece of this. And he shows you his teeth.
No,
Lord.
the cycle will not end if you keep doing this.
He's threatening us now.
Greater Drake, if you want peace for your family and everyone, you must give trust to us now. You must be willing to forgive as well.
He looks for his kids in the tunnels and he whispers, the game master lives.
And she'll just start burning the incense and then waving it in the air as she looks to everyone. Oh. I'm having very odd deja vu all of a sudden. Don't know what that's about.
In real life?
Like real life right now, I'm getting weird deja vu. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Yeah, deja vu.
It's weird, man.
Superpowers. You like the sage and you get... That's a new level of DMing, guys. Worth every dollar. So you like the sage and the Greater Drake lays down. He tells you, the children in the center have been eating the black sludge. Sick and they're poisoned. Something hides there. Find it. You will have earned my trust.
Okay. Everyone, we have to find the sludge. I'm guessing they were gesturing to this pipe.
I know they're the way that you guys are supposed to go.
Oh,
I was about to start crawling in there like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you see this one kid's like,
Sorry.
Alright, got things sorted out with them.
Mm-hmm. We have to deal with the creature or some entity within the sludge.
Concerning that anything would be living in that thing, considering how itchy it seemed.
Concerning, but not unsurprising.
True.
And which way was it again?
Toward the north.
And then to the
There should
right.
be this door.
The Sora leading the way while holding the sage and herbs aloft so the smoke can kind of trail over the party.
Lewis will keep Sunblight out, just for insurance purposes.
Jenkins keeps these hands out.
Doesn't ready his drill.
It's to the right, Sora.
Oh, my mistake. Again, direction's not my strong suit. Oh, that a lot of bones down here.
Yeah, has been quite some time. Not too surprised.
Ooh, I think I see traces of that black smudge in the water.
Hmm.
Ooh, I may have found it.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look sanitary.
Oh, gee, I wonder what gave that impression, whether there's the decomposing pile of bones right next to it or the putrid black ooze. Real astute, old man.
Ah, yes, some gained only over the course of decades of knowledge.
Is the bucket tied to it?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hmm. You mentioned whether this thing inside of it was living or not.
Yeah,
Well, hello there, friends.
you see a bunch of drakes are slowly like coming out of the pipes and surrounding you all. You want? They don't look like the others. They're speaking common. They have the black ichor that's in the well wrapped around their body like some type of symbiote. Do you want?
We're here to speak to the Hydra.
Hydra cannot be reasoned with. It's
Corrupted by who or what?
The mad god. The metal gods.
Oh, it keeps getting better and better.
The ichor lives on our bodies. Any moment, it will have us betray each other. And even ourselves. And they have bite marks on their bodies. They look like they've been fighting each other.
Is there an entity inside the sludge?
Yes. There's a creature here that can destroy the sludge.
Who is it? Or how do we find them?
They live up the stairs. There's a room. It is hidden. Oh, fuck. They get into a frenzy.
Ugh.
Not good. Oh, we can't kill them. Oh no.
I mean, we can't kill him.
Because then
Because if we do, it's gonna kill off the contract.
I don't know if there's a way to go night-night, but these motherfuckers are attacking. Here's the concern, though. They're not only attacking you, they're looking at each other, too. This is just a frenzy. They're no more against you as they are against themselves and the other drakes. This is a freaking free-for-all. This first one jumps on your back, Sora, and tries to take a chunk out of your shoulder. I don't want to hurt you. Misses you with the bite and then swings the tail, but you deflect it with your staff, and it swings around and roars. Phoenix, what are we doing?
Is there some restoration we can do? Something to get them back to their senses?
I don't know. Only Aria was here.
Then try to restrain it best you can. We can't kill any of them.
I can put them to sleep, but I think they need to be hurt a little bit.
Spells real quick. No spells. It's gonna be particularly useful right now. Okay, she is like, all right, well, I'll do my best. And she has Jenkins slam into this northern drake. Missing, and then she unleashes 2 crossbows into its body. Thanks for the distraction. 13 misses, but the 23 sinks into its shoulder for 7 damage. You can see that the black symbiotic substance screeches in pain alongside the creature. It doesn't make any like intelligible sounds, but you can hear the a pain. Or its pain, not our pain.
Lewis hops his way over the little ravine and moves past Sora. That is 5, 10. Gonna say 20 to get past Sora for difficult. And will try to just smack the Drake as he's like consciously compressing all the flames that are currently on Sunblight to become a more solidified form, and he's gonna try to just whack it with the flat of the blade. Hopefully non-lethal if I happen to accidentally deal too much damage. 14?
Yeah, that is their armor class.
Okay. So that is 11. How they looking?
They're pretty good. No,
Okay.
they probably get
Same.
around 50 hit points.
Okay, they're pretty durable then. Smack. E.
Misses by 1.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have any masters.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to ask.
Yep, unfortunately. We'll take another step forward just to act as a distraction. Worst case scenario. Yote.
Judith Bloom.
Okay. I guess a couple things. I think of we heard the screaming, and I think of Aria and how I wish she was here. But I'm gonna come over here, 5'10", I guess, right there. I'm just like on the edge of the thing. How far down is this?
About 15
well,
feet.
15 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see the bottom, but that's where the black acre is sitting, about 15 feet down.
Okay. Well, I always think, I can't really do cleansing in Aria's way, but maybe this can help, and I'm gonna point my radiant ray gun down the hole and try to shoot it. The sludge.
Shoot it.
Pew.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm like,
I pressed the wrong button.
Oh no, it's misfiring a little bit. There we go.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's a big one.
Your next one? Do you have multi-attack or just one?
I only have one attack.
Okay. You shoot down the beam and you can see that it starts to screech and gets more aggressive in defense of its own life. But it gives the rest of them something akin to a concentration check. Let's find out. Okay, so 4 of them pass their concentration. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 6 checks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So 3 of them passed. 2 of them failed. The ones that failed are immediately rendered unconscious. For the 2 northern ones. The other 3 are still in the fight, but you're able to disrupt it a little bit.
Okay.
Do we hear their approximate locations? Like which direction?
Yeah,
They're down here by me.
Judith can see
Okay.
that. You can coordinate you.
Yeah, I'll say just 30, 40 feet, whatever that is. And then I'm close right here, so I'm just gonna take a photo. One section.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah. I'll make sure. No, I'll do a video just in case I die. And then there's a video
You're
of my death.
fine.
Yeah, they're all right here.
Yeah. Don't know who you are, but you look so tasty. By bludgeoning it, it slaps you in the head with its tail.
I've been called worse.
17 question mark.
Hits.
You take 5 piercing and 6 bludgeoning.
Ooh.
This one hits you with both the bite and the tail.
Minus 11. Just because I don't have a lot of hit points there, I'm going to envelop myself in some nice radiant energy and get back over here next to right here. So Amrut, that was 11. So then I.
Well, there's separate attacks, so you'd only reduce one of them.
Oh, okay.
So the bite was 6 and the tail was 5.
Okay. Then I'll stay here. If that's okay.
I mean, you can reduce one. It will be able to move up to though.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll move. Down. Okay.
And then Emerald's up.
Okay.
You come running in, and you can see it's like wigging out. It's acting crazy. Ah, is that you, Father?
Oh,
He says that in my direction?
Yeah, he's looking at you. You can see the sludge has covered his eyes at this point.
I was gonna smack the fuck out of this thing. Instead,
Oh,
he's actually over there, and then I'll cast Thaumaturgy.
my boy, Father.
And that's all. He'll just do that.
Jenkins. Would be an initiative. Sorry, you're up.
Seeing that this one fell unconscious after Judith did something inside the well, she's going to hop across, so it's 10 feet, hop up, bouncing on the well, where she pulls out some dragon cards. All right. Heart of the cards. No. No.
Never call Heart of the Cards, bro.
They don't even activate. She just throws the cards and it just sinks into the mud. She's like, those are not working out for me today. Maybe I should never take up gambling.
Pot of greed.
Is there anything helpful in general I could do? Bonus. At least hop up onto my staff and be at the ready in case anything comes up out of the well. But that'll be it for me.
bubbling. He looks at the other one. He's chosen to side with them. Only because your dad ran out on you, bitch. He bites the other drake for 7 piercing.
That's just rude.
Whoa.
Time to die. I thought I knew you. Even know myself.
Hey, I know your dad. You were raised better than that.
Phoenix, there's something up with this well. Blow it up.
We think conventional attacks work?
No idea.
Worth a shot.
Points your crossbow down there. Ding it twice, but there's 0 reaction from it. Oh. Jenkins defensive position. Jenkins runs in and like tackles this one. Let's see. Successfully hitting it for 7 damage. Ah! Your father wasn't enough. You bring your mother into this? Jenkins. Lewis.
Okay. Seeing that these two are knocked out and no longer threats, hops his way onto the bridge and just like hops over the water. And around, I don't know how much movement. Yeah, it's about as close as I get, unfortunately. And seeing that well have some sort of effect, and Sora calling out, just takes Sunblight, drops it like blade first into the well. Improvised weapon attack, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Bop. 12 misses, as it's just like lost down there.
Yeah, you see it bounce off the wall and disperse into nothing.
Well, round 2. Bonus action to summon a new one and drops it down again.
Dropping it down. This time it connects.
Nope. That's a wrong one. So -5 from that.
Oh,
So that's a 9.
Yeah, if it's -5, it does not connect.
Rest in peace.
Same thing, bounces off the walls and disappears.
Yep, boy. Tilts the blade a little bit too much there. God damn it. Guilty.
Jordan Bloom!
Alright, I can't reach the... I can't shoot the goo from here, right? So
You'd have to move here.
alright. I'm gonna move.
Good luck.
This one looks at the one that bit him on his butt. Trying to check my reaction, are we? Just take a bite. But the other one does. Got a 14 question mark
14 hits.
for 9
Oh.
pisantes.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Hang in there.
Do a bloom like that total.
All right.
Oh,
Judith is going to aim down and try to shoot.
you're still standing.
Oh,
Oh no. Actually, Lois kind of seeing you just a little bit panicked from that strike and really off balance, just like places his hand on the gun to help stabilize it a bit. Aaron's excellence, reroll that.
All right.
Oh,
What? The odds?
one.
tilted a little bit too far. God damn it, I can't even help aim a freaking gun.
That's all right. Bonus action.
It ain't Jenkins, though, right?
Well,
Bonus action. I'm going to. I'll be okay. Bonus action. I'm just gonna focus and try to do a better job next round.
Also, you didn't hear that sock, right? That was joking.
right in chat, how dare you? This one looks to you, Emerald, runs at you. Right before he hits you, he yells, "Fate!" He goes to bite the other one.
Oh no.
But this one misses him as he swings up his tail and smacks him in the face, and they're just having this battle. Epic battle. He yells at you one more time, Emerald. I'm going to see my dad. They both take opportunity attacks on him.
Oh my gosh.
In heaven.
Oh no, live.
Papa!
He bites him for 6 damage. He screams in pain. Daddy! Emerald, you're up.
Oh shit! Did one of them die?
Nope, still good.
No, he's still good. He just got hurt.
Oh, okay.
Amru, we could use your help.
To do what?
Maybe
What?
you can rhyme sphere the black ooze.
It's way big crowd around here. It's gonna take me a second to move.
Do a badass jump over and throw it down.
I'm on my way over there.
They don't have the reaction anymore. They just used it on their own buddy.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a shot. I'll throw one towards Ooze.
Just jump flips over the hole.
They just run, get to the edge, and toss it down.
Go ahead and take my inspo.
Okay.
One more time, just in case.
That's better.
Jesus.
Okay, that's interesting.
31 gold.
Freeze the sludge.
You hit the sludge, and as your coldness spews onto it, you see that the remaining drakes pass out. This battle's over.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Great job, Amrod.
No, said it worked. Good idea.
I figured since it's a swirling whirlpool, it would mix it all up in there.
Does it seem to be moving or anything like that?
Yeah, it just looks like it's frozen for now, but it's probably will get free again.
So how do we collect it, but also not destroy all of it?
We can maybe snap a piece off, right?
Well, we need to visit this person up the stairs quickly before it thaws.
Hmm.
Are we trying to? I can't remember because before Stein wanted us to get a bucket of this. And we want to get, and the idea is we want to get him a bucket of it so we can take us through the dangerous gas field past that, that's where we want to go to meet the Hydra Lady, right?
Well, he's been using the sludge in order to create fumes. What I'm concerned about now is that if he's been collecting this stuff, and it seems to be making all these things insane, I'm more worried about if he has any more on him.
He's been breathing it in as his own oxygen as well.
Yeah. For now, we gotta get moving. Set down up the stairs, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how long that thing is gonna hold, so we're gonna need to start rushing.
Can I try to break the sludge? Is the sludge that's on them, is it frozen on them? Or no?
On the creatures, no.
It's the
Is
one
there
in the
any
well
way-
that's frozen.
Yeah, just a well.
There's probably not a good way to clean that off, huh?
Touching it is probably not a good idea to touch it.
Yeah. Okay.
What direction did they direct us toward?
That was
The
this
sword's
that way,
heading
yeah.
there.
Okay, got it.
Now watch this point.
Got it.
She gets on her crossbow out, and Jenkins stands there in defense.
Stay safe.
Sora's gonna walk up and she will knock on the door. Connolly, I am Sora. I want to come in.
No response.
Ooh, never a good sign.
Is there a welcome mat?
She'll look down.
No.
Well,
I'm
There is
coming
a-
in.
But there is a massive hole board at the bottom of the door.
a what?
A hole.
Oh, I see.
Like a viewport.
Yeah, you can probably look through it.
She'll crouch down and look through the viewport.
Looks like something melted its way into the room.
Ooh. We may need to rescue someone. And she will push open the door. Hello?
The room looks
Ooh.
torn the fuck up.
Ooh. Hello? Is anyone in here?
Not good.
She will look under the bed.
You don't see anything.
Mhm.
You can give me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was on me.
Oh. You get the DC, you beat the DC. It rolled a 20 on its stealth check and you got a 20 years.
Hey.
Yeah, you see, so you would notice something and it would see you looking directly at it. It just looks at you. So you found me.
Hello. I was told by the drakes you knew how to destroy the sludge.
Oh, someone always needs something, don't they?
Well, I mean, I operate on a bartering system. I give something in return, not just expect things.
Yeah, what do you want?
Before the creature of many heads, suit of armor. Bring me to it.
Okay. Right on my shoulder.
Ooh.
And what do you want to wear this suit of armor? Or?
Yes. It's a device I constructed many years ago, but I've since been separated from it. It's too dangerous to go out there alone.
Would you like some candy?
I don't take candy from strangers. That's
Well,
a
I'm
rule.
Sora.
That's a rule of thumb, you know.
Do you have thumbs?
I used to, before I was turned into this rat.
Who turned you into a rat?
I call them the metal gods. I came to this world with them. But once I didn't see the same viewpoint of them, ideologies shifted. It turned me into this.
And what is that exactly?
They call it a rat, But due to my superior intelligence, I have deemed it the cranium rat.
Well, you're in luck. We fought against some of the devices of the metal gods, so we're friends.
I'm still quite smart. That's not enough to make us friends. You see an animal, but I'm a person in an animal's body. A long time ago, we sieged this world and failed. That's a long story.
Wait, what?
Yeah. The
What did you say you were before you were a rat again?
I believe your people called us mind flayers.
Ooh.
Stomp the rat.
What? What?
Immediately
No,
summons
no.
the immediately
Whoa,
summons
whoa, whoa.
Sunblade.
Everyone-
Judith doesn't say that.
Everyone calm down.
Sora just like holds the rat in both hands, just shirking away from Lewis. Hold on, hold on.
The machine will make me strong again, but it will not restore me to my previous form. I'll be indebted to you. And I can do what you need me to do. Which I presume is destroy the sludge.
Now,
Just realize everyone around here is very sensitive when it comes to mind flayers.
Mind flayers are almost universally evil, but if you remember, I was imprisoned in this body for going against their views. I thought that this world was beautiful, and that it should be saved, not just harvested. They disagreed, attempted to destroy me, but their psionic attacks jolted me out of my body, and even though my form died, I awoke in the nearby corpse rat that you see now. It is a very, very cool story, but I wish I did not lose that fight. It was so close, too. I just swung him around by his tentacles into a wall before he blasted me.
That's pretty cool.
But you said this happened not too long ago.
This was ages ago,
What do you mean ages?
about a few years. The time is tough to tell in this form.
now
There used
we
to be a
haven't
lot
been-
of rat folks around here. They were cool, but then the Drakes moved in and everything got fucked up. What were we gonna say, horny man?
Oh, I was gonna say out of character. Now we haven't been rolling a lot of insight checks this session, and I think that
Yeah.
All right, he's on my
This is a good
shoulder. I'll
time.
roll one.
Alright, go for it. You get mostly been trusting me, but it's true.
every time I'm like, we should roll, and we never do. And then we gotta get like bit in the ass. I'm just like,
I don't have perception, so
I have proficiency in insight.
If you're sure, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you think he's mostly honest. He's probably not telling you his entire life story. He probably did a lot of atrocious stuff as a mind flayer, but eventually his views came around, apparently.
what this is again out of character. I just want to say because like we came down here because of that prince's story. Sunsdale happened way before the Metal Rain invasion, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So
they,
we have to
they just this guy just found his way here when he was a mouse.
yeah. So there's like multiple things happening at the same time. So you just want to make sure that if there is any truth to this story, there is some guardian or whatever there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's this whole other Metal Rain aspect to it with a fucking mech suit of Hydra heads.
Yeah. There's so some concern. It has been a few hundred years, and people moved in here over time.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
very
it's not made
different
its way
people.
here.
Yeah, but this guy found his way here because there's a lot of pipes and he's a mouse. But he certainly wasn't here when it was fully functional.
Yeah. So. Yes.
Lewis dismissed Sunblight.
Oh, thank God. I just kept looking at that thing. It's just so long and scary and hard.
That's classic Lewis.
I don't fully trust you. But at the same time, we still need you.
Yes, you do need
This
me.
way to go.
Down that way. This is the route. Trust me.
If you're lying, you die. Simple.
What's wrong with you people?
I think Metal Rain was a very sensitive topic for a lot of people.
It killed dozens of your kind. That makes sense.
Wait, what?
Hey, we lost the war, so let's not act like the reverse isn't true.
Hey, this was our planet.
That's. Are these your sewers? Because they look like mine right now.
Well, technically, yeah, Lewis over there owns them.
It's just the graying one with the long blade.
Just don't give him a reason to get grumpy, and it'll be okay.
You're on my property, okay?
One more thing.
Oh gosh.
There's a door to the north here. Gate. Don't open it.
Okay, will do.
What's behind the gate?
Fucking Hydra.
Just curious, she'll like squint her eyes a bit past the grate, but won't go 5 feet close to it. Yeah, I can't see anything.
Oh, there's a person down there.
What?
There's is that a tin man?
That's my suit.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take this last potion I got.
Wait, is it beyond the door where the Hydra is, or?
No, it's right down here on the right.
Oh,
Okay.
my human vision is awful.
We have human eyes, so.
Yes. Place me in a machine. I'll be restored.
How come you couldn't have done this yourself?
I wasn't walking over here with all those drakes.
Oh.
They've got a keen sense of smell.
Yeah, they won't be able to know, oh, hey, there's a mind flayer in this rat. And even then, I don't think that's a good enough incentive for them to stop.
Yeah, I don't have much powers in here. I'm just as smart as I used to be.
Okay, well, she will make a bridge with her arm to the suit. Up you go. And please don't give Lewis a reason to get cranky.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll take a video of this.
Long
Showcase
lives.
that's the bad idea.
Reunited, and it feels so good. It crawls into the machine, and red dots appear in the eye.
It's pretty cool.
And now, your reward! You see him grab Sora,
No, that sucks.
and he gives you a hug.
Aww.
Okay.
Thank you, Sora. You've been most kind.
Kindness is often a weapon that circumvents most steel.
I like to call this form Hear Heart.
You did an outstanding job.
Like old and rusted now. Wait, let me change my voice. I can do that now. Now, I can help you with the black sludge, and I could help you fight the Hydra.
There is a chance that when the sludge is destroyed, that the Hydra is able to be reconciled with.
No. We kill it.
Well, Gerhard, we spared you. Why can't we spare the Hydra?
Let's not bring logic into this.
Is someone a bit sore about something? Maybe they should get it off their chest.
The Hydra's consumed too much the black sludge. There is no saving it now. Trust me, I know it's from our planet.
It's
Oh.
It's from your planet?
We brought it here. How do you think thralls are made? If any of you drink too much of it, you'll become a thrall. There's no one to control you, so you'll just lose your mind. Only a small percentages of thrall are able to live a normal life. You should consider yourselves. Do you like being an elf? Or do you want to be a thrall?
I like being Sora.
Talking to the elf. Or respect there, sir.
Yeah, happy to just be myself. I'm not sure what a thrall is, but
You don't know what a thrall is? But let me explain to you.
Oh, I see what you mean. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Of course I know what a thrall is.
Yeah, your best friend's a thrall.
It's in your backstory.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit, I know you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah.
So this is one of the ways to become a thrall is to eat too much of the black sludge.
Okay.
Well, without a mind flare, most of them go mad. So there's like a 66% chance, that's the literal percentage on a D100, that you'll die instead or be driven mad. 33% chance your race converts to thrall and you have your own bodily control.
Oh.
Yes, I'm very familiar with thralls. Gearheart.
I know my people were bad. Now I want to be good. Did you save me and I can operate this machine? If we rescue this place, I'll guard it forever. Or some other task you give me.
Maybe not down here, but the City of Tears could use a great defender.
I don't got no tears.
Oh no, not you. There's the city above us. It's called the City of Tears.
It's a bad name.
There are many tears being released up above. A lot of chaos is about to happen.
If you want the gate key, I'm assuming you're here to open the secret door. The Hydra guards it.
The black sludge, it has been made into a fume that a rat folk has been using as oxygen. Is he being controlled by it?
I don't know. If you speak of the Game Master, he has multiple personalities.
Oh.
Awesome.
We have to operate fast.
Are we gonna
Well,
fight
it's
the
just face
Hydras or the sludge?
We're going for the Hydra,
I thought
right?
I think we want to take care of the sludge first. It seems to be one of the more important things right now, because if we can't take care of it, then the drakes might go berserk again.
Gotcha.
There's only one problem with that. And he turns around, there's like a Hydra tattoo on his back.
What
Wait.
are you trying to say?
I have regrets.
What, are you in its fucking fan club? What's going on?
He just looks at you all.
You don't mean to tell me you're the fucking Hydra.
Now, wouldn't that be a cool plot twist?
I thought Hydras had more than one head.
I mean, technically he has two.
Yeah, he knocks on his area down there. I'm kidding. I saw the Hydra and I thought it looked badass, so I designed it on my back.
Oh my
Ah.
god.
Oh,
Well,
thank God.
if you ever want another design, I can help give you one.
Listen, I've been speaking to Drakes for the past few years. You gotta let me have this moment. The looks on your faces, you should have saw them. I wish your photography had died.
Louis just stabs sunlight into the wall. just right by him and then dismisses it immediately as he just like storms off.
As I said, Frankie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. We've all been sucking in that poison fume, so we've been getting missed messages down here. Hopefully, you put one and two together.
All right, Sludge Boy, here we come. or girl or non-binary sludge thing.
Okay, so we're gonna go fight fight a sludge.
We're gonna try to get rid of it best we can.
Alright. We got this. We got this.
I don't know how much we can
Hopefully.
salvage for oxygen for our guy, but here we go.
Yeah. Gonna need a little bit of it at least. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Sam,
Don't you?
have the barrel on you still?
It's Amra, right?
What?
he walks over to the sludge and he looks at the barrel on your back, Emrit. Come closer. Get next to the well in a position where it's easy for you to fall inside.
What?
Do it.
He'll like turn around.
And he grabs the thing on your back and you see his hands come like a vacuum and it just sucks up the liquid and it goes into the tube on your back and it fills up and all of it's gone. When it's gone, he heats up the tube on your back and you can hear it screaming inside like it's just being burnt inside a cauldron. And all the black sludge in the area disappears. The guard drakes, they have a sigh of relief. Your heart tells you, it is done.
What? Would you look at that?
Guessing I shouldn't spill this.
He takes the tank of the dead liquid inside and he just starts drinking it.
What?
Wait, what?
He's just drinking Amrit's tank on his back. He's drinking from it.
That can't possibly taste good. The game master kind of needed that for oxygen, I think. Mr. Gerhard?
He burps.
Well, that's a problem for later.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, the Hydra?
Well, it's our best bet. Unless you think we might. Well, actually, no. Probably a bad idea to try to spare a couple minutes. It's kind of got somebody held hostage.
Maybe we should spare some magic, at least get Judith and Amrit and Lewis going.
Yeah, I don't have.
I don't
A
think we
lot,
got much
yeah.
right now. We got what we got.
I'm gonna give Amrut and Lewis a healing word at level 2.
Phoenix will give Lewis cure wounds.
Alright, so let's go to Amrut.
Yeah.
And it's 9.
Thanks.
Also do one at second level.
And I gotta heal myself.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so I get both the 5 and the second level one, or is it just the +7?
Well, it's at a higher level, so you get the 14 and the 5.
Okay, so it's both. Got it.
Yeah, first
Making
level
sure.
one and the second level one.
Okay, cool. Got a little confused there.
5 is low because there's a 1 on the die.
Okay, back to working order.
Gearhart
Sucks.
says, the Hydra will be tough, but together I'm confident we can beat it.
Okay. And let's give it our best shot.
At least we got most of the tough fights out of the way now. It'd be annoying if we still have to deal with the Green Dragon.
The what?
The entrance beneath the waves when I first snuck through here. There's a Green Dragon hiding in the waters.
He never showed himself to us.
He killed all the people I came here with.
We've seen no
Those-
green dragon.
Alright. Whatever. I thought he made this place his lair, but not exactly up to date on all the news.
Lois just has a moment of recollection. It's just like, wait, this place is called the Valley of Drakes. Oh, we'll deal with that when it comes down to it. Let's just hope for the best.
All right, everyone. You want me to fast track you to the door? We'll do the introductions on what we see, and then we'll call it there.
Yay.
Sounds good.
No, it's getting late. All
Backtracking.
right, fast track you. Gear Ford sees the gate. Oh, I doubt we have a key, and he rips the gate open.
I have a key. Never mind.
Me too, bro.
Well,
Ooh, it is dark in here.
Damn these human eyes.
Oh
I
my
see just
God.
fine.
Oh,
It's a lot
do
of
I
nothing.
do I have my goggles of night radius on at the moment?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. No, you don't. You think you would have noticed that sooner, huh?
I wasn't entirely sure what it was supposed to look like, so
More than 5 feet of vision.
fair. Oh, that's so much better.
That's
There it is.
hilarious. I feel like Lewis just like slid the goggles on her face.
Yeah, it's like up on her eyebrows or on her head. As you walk forward, there it is. The green crest shield. The emblem for the gate. But where? Where is it? Where's the Hydra? And you see it rise up.
Oh shit! We're like right here, right here.
Ooh.
I can't see jack shit.
You don't want like it's coming. It's like 10 feet from somewhere.
And as
Sorry. Go ahead.
its many heads begin to roar, Gearheart goes, "Damn, it's bigger than last time."
What?
In an attempt to try and see if there is a way to go past fighting, she'll shout in Draconic, "Wait, slow down, we destroyed the sludge controlling you."
You can see that its head is above its just above its eyes. It has purple splotches, and you hear Gearheart says, "It's too late. It is the Thrall now. I'm of no mind flayer to control it. It will destroy us all." And you see its body expand in size,
Oh no!
Ooh.
and that's when you realize it finally rose out of the water. And the Thrall Hydra lets out about 7 screeches from all of its heads. The entire facility begins to shake. And Gearheart, now or never, brothers and sisters.
Well, time to go clean out a basement, I guess.
And last line of the session, I'll go left and right on the stream. That is Emrit, Thora, Lewis, and Judith. So Emrit, last line of the session.
Real nice place you got here, Noel.
Thora,
It's like a walking spaghetti monster.
Lewis,
Don't give me a lip. Let's just clean the snake out of the pipes.
and Judith.
She just takes a photo and just goes, "Holy fuck!" And then before she says "fuck," we'll cut out.
Okay. And then finally, Gearheart shows you his Hydra tattoo and turns. Who do you think controls the Hydra?
God damn it!
And the session ends. All right,
God damn it.
everyone. This is episode 47, Offense of the Past, and next week, hopefully, we'll have our full cast of characters as we take on the Hydra and the potential portrayal of Gearheart, who has a Hydra tattoo in his back and is a Mind Flayer. And this is a Thrall Hydra, which the Mind Flayers have always controlled. But in any case, perhaps they will find a way through. It's your boy Falcon. I'm flying the fuck out of here.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in. Our victory's in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war. We bring the war to them.